What's going on, YouTube? Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. I know, I gotta give people time to get in here. Since I know I'm running a little bit late myself getting in. Oh, also I didn't realize my computer decided it wanted to restart and everything. So that took me a little bit while just to get everything set up the way I needed to. And I'm still working on it. What's everybody doing tonight? Go, got that all set up. Oh, I think I got a mosquito just got me. Well, I got one watching. Who we got out there? What's up, Breezy? How you doing tonight? What you got going on today? Oh, what's up, Adam? Yeah, I've been doing some welding today. Yeah, I'm just tired from doing all the metal work at the shop and everything. The boss said today he went over and looked at that little trolley for our burn off oven, and he goes, "Yeah, it's time to get rid of it. It's we ain't gonna be able to fix it." So he went and bought all new 3/8 angle iron and everything for it. So of course he didn't show up till about 2:30 and everything. So I've been working on that for almost all day long. I didn't leave work till almost 7 o'clock. That's why I'm starting late. Haven't had dinner yet. Don't know what's going to be for dinner. But yeah, I'd come home and get all cleaned up. I did some at work, but not enough. Like just enough to get out of there finally. But doing the welding, and of course getting all that angle iron cut. Thank goodness it's not a hot day right now, man. I'd be bad off if it was hot. All right, well I got this little pest down here in the backstage and everything. Little pest from Louisiana. I'm wondering if I should let him in. Should I, or should I just leave him backstage? Why not? What's going on, Cajun?
What's up, Mater?
Oh, tired after all that metal work today.
I don't know why my camera angle changed. I was just on Jungle Bob Repairs live stream. I jump here and my camera angle changes for some reason.
Well,
Didn't even touch the tripod. I mean, the camera's 3 foot from me.
Yep.
Sure didn't touch it. But anyway, you got a raid coming in after a while.
All right. That'll work.
I told him, I just happened to drop the hint that you were coming on. I told him I got to run. And it was like, man, don't run, just walk, So I said, yeah, I'm going to walk on over to Mater's live stream. Kind of dropped a hint there. And Jungle Bob said, hell yeah, we all going to go there.
That'll work. But yeah, that the reason I'm starting so late today is because I was at work. I didn't get out of there till almost 7 o'clock because of all the metal work been doing and
Yeah.
welding. There's Mark C. How you doing?
Hey, Mark. Hey, Adam, Bruzy, Miss Crystal. Forgot to tell everybody hi.
Yep. But yeah, my boss he went over and looked at that trolley. Hey, there's Stephen Doolittle.
Hey, Steve. There's
And,
William.
yep.
He was over in so they're starting to filter in from Bob.
Oh yeah. How you doing, William? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, he's my bloodhound,
Yeah.
William. He puts in my comments like on
Yep.
my live streams, from yesterday, day before, whatever.
Right.
Because the emails, when I go in my email, it'll show uh, activity in the social section. So I go there and it says, well, you got comment on well, whatever the name of the video was last night. Stream.
Yep.
And there was William
Uh,
saying, hey, Jungle Bob's on.
yep.
Come on over. They're looking for you. Stuff like
Well, I
that.
know. Right. Well, I know. For me, last night, after Ed shut down, it was like, man, I've got to get some sleep because I can't stay up late. I mean, because I got to be up 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And this morning, so yeah, I hit that snooze, and Chris, you got to get up.
Yeah.
I finally got up and everything. That's why for me, it's like I can't stay up late at night. I don't mind. I mean, I got in on yours for a little bit, just in the chat and everything, but
Yeah.
I did put on there that I think last night that Nick actually got upgraded to a hurricane. I guess Category 1. But you missed that in the chat.
No, it was upgraded to Category 1, but that was night before last.
Well, all I know is I wanted to send it, a message to you, and you never saw it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta tag me in there, like with the @ symbol.
I do. And you didn't even acknowledge that I sent you the message.
Damn, didn't even notice.
Clean your glasses.
I missed a lot of messages last night. I was looking this up, looking that up. Oh man, and nobody was helping me in the panel with the chat. So I'm like, man, so I'm drunk. I tried to get everything I could get. It was Monday night. It was got upgraded. In fact, Miss Maria Cervantes,
right?
One of my regulars. She was in, and I had her on the panel, and and it was right on top of her, and it just turned to a Category 1 while she was in my panel.
Right. There's Rustic Restorations. How you doing? Welcome in.
Yeah, he was with Jungle Bob earlier. There's Rustic. Appreciate you coming over, bro.
Yeah. But no, we haven't had anything. Matter of fact, I had a little bit of cloud coverage today, but it's been mostly sunshine throughout the day.
Yeah, all that big convection and all that moved on over to the east. The storm is directly, the center of rotation is directly south of me right now.
Okay.
Straight south.
Okay, are you getting any rain because of it?
Yeah. Look, rain, clouds. It's nothing, a nice breeze, nothing major though. Right. Because it's still only maximum sustained winds are still like 35 or 40.
Right. Well, all I know is that yesterday I got up. I was going to take the bike to work, but it was starting to come down some. No. With wet slick streets, no, I ain't taking the bike. So I took the car. And then it's like, we got to work. 30 minutes later, everything was drying out. It's like, okay. I told Crystal, hey, if it stays like this at lunchtime, I'll take the bike back. And I came, come home for lunch. There's Jungle Bob right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was wanting to try and come down a little bit, but then it was like nothing. So I was like, all right, I took the bike back, and I took it this morning and everything. So we didn't, we really haven't had any rain, really. I mean, it was just enough to dampen, things.
Right. Right.
But as far as the actual rain, what rain?
Yeah. Mark C said you're getting ready for the storm, Cajun. Oh, we've been ready for that storm since last year. This is a small one here. It's a depression right now, actually. It might be a minimal tropical storm or depression.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's a minimum tropical at 40. Yeah, it's going to be a small tropical storm. So, uh, but like I said, the center of rotation is straight to the south of me, about 20 miles, and there's no eye in it. There's no
Right.
eye, no nothing, but it still has that. You can see on the visible imagery all that
Right.
circulation it's got. You know,
Right.
you can pinpoint where the center is, and it's right there about 20 miles south of me. And it's
So
kind of heading this away a
right.
little bit, but we're not going to get that. This is the most we're going to get out of is what we're getting right now, except
Right.
more rain.
Right.
The worst thing that's going to happen is more rain dumped on us.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing about, hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
But yeah, I mean,
Jungle Bob.
I figured that, it would be, we'd be getting a lot more rain and everything. The way they were putting it was, about 35% chance Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I'm going, what rain?
Yeah, I thought I was going to have more than that too, but guess what? That upper level wind shear just sheared the top right off of that thing just about.
Right.
And what it is sucking in dry air coming from like your area. Okay, the northwest quadrant of the storm,
right,
where it's coming around and sucking up into it, it's sucking in dry air. So it's more or less committing suicide. It's trying to get away from it, from that dry air, but there's nothing to steer it.
But you can't
steer it away.
Yep.
Nothing to steer it nothing to really push that storm.
Yeah.
So it's
that's one of my favorite lines from the Road Warrior. Like, you can run, but you can't hide.
The Road Warrior, talking about Mad Max.
Mad Max 2.
Yeah. Well, you know what I meant. That
oh yeah,
that series.
Right. Well, I mean, you've got Mad Max, which is the first one, and the second one, the official title is Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior.
Yeah.
But then you've got Mad Max 3: Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one, which does not have Mel Gibson, that's Fury Road.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
I've seen that. As a matter of fact, the last night it was in at the drive-in theater. I wasn't going and seeing it. The night before, I went and took my motorcycle safety course. And that's been over 6 years ago now.
Yeah, I didn't have to take one of them when I think I was 14 or 15 when I got my motorcycle endorsement on my license, because I was licensed at 14.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, years ago it was easy to go get a motorcycle license.
Yeah, all I had to do was drive around the parking lot at the DMV. Right. I brought my bike. I drove my bike over there. Okay.
Right. Oh yeah.
And
you can do that now. You can still do that. I mean, you can take your own motorcycle and everything over there, and you can go through the instructions as far as what they tell you to do and everything. But it's basically the same thing like going and taking the safety course. And now with the safety course that you go take and everything, yeah, it's basically you take them the certificate to the DMV, you show it to them, it's automatic right then there. All you gotta do is pay for having the endorsement on your license. But you also get a discount on your insurance by having that.
Oh yeah, well,
I
all
forget
I
how
had to
much it
do
is.
was take out the fill out the road test on paper,
Right.
just like a car test, but there was a uh, uh, separate one. I couldn't spit that out for some reason for
Yeah.
motorcycles. So I just filled that paperwork out. I scored a 9. I missed one freaking question on it, and I don't even remember which one. It was something about which part of the lane you ride in on a motorcycle. It was almost like a trick question. Anyway, so I scored a 95. I missed one,
You can
and
actually you can
he
actually
said, "All
be in
right,
any part of the lane, but preferably you're supposed to be in the center. But you can be left, center, or right. It don't matter. You've got the whole lane. That whole lane is yours.
now, well, so the officer, uh, Mr. Nelson, I think his name was. Everybody knew the old man. You know, he was cool old man.
Right.
And Mr. Nelson said, "Okay, let's go outside and see your bike." So he said, "All right, jump on it, ride around the parking lot." I'm like, okay. Yeah, rode around the parking lot. He said, "Stop!" Man, I whoop, hurry up and hit my brakes. You know, like when he said that, that means like, hey, there's a kid coming or something. You know,
Right.
and they'll do that in the driving test too.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. That means you're alert. So man, I mean, it didn't take but like 3 feet for me to stop that bike when he hollered stop. So
Oh
he said,
yeah.
"All right, uh, boom, boom, boom. You'll get your your thing in the mail." I'm like, "All right." He says, "You got to wait. Did I have to turn my other one in? My car license in?" I don't remember if I had to or not. Anyway, he just says, "You're gonna get it in the mail." I'm like, "All right, that'll work." So he gave me a little piece of paper,
Yep.
a little hard piece of paper, and he stapled it to my driver's license, my car license.
Yep.
So he says, "Here, if you ever get stopped, just before you hard plastic comes, just show him this." I'm like, all right.
I know for me, the day I got my license, of course, I wanted telling them at work and everything. I tell them on that Friday, I says, "Look, I'm going to take my motorcycle safety course. So if everything goes right over the weekend, I pass everything. I'm going first thing Monday morning over to get my license." And boss said, "Okay." He said, "How long are you going to be late?" Said, "Maybe an hour at the most." I go, "Okay." So I went going over there first thing Monday morning, got in line, show them the paperwork. It was okay. I forget how much it was to have the endorsement put on my license. And I drove back home. Now I didn't do it on the bike. Okay. I went in my car and drove back to the house, got the bike out, and that was the first time ever getting that the Y Glide out and riding it on the street. Rode it to work that day. And of course I went up showing up, of course everybody had to come rolling out and everything, take a look at it and everything. It's like, okay. They didn't do it when I got the trike. It's like nobody, really wanted to come out and look at it. Figured, they'd want to do it on, they did it for the Y Glide, but they didn't for the Tri Glide. Oh boy, here comes your favorite person.
Hey, there's Mr. Briggs. What's up?
What's
Going
up, Brad?
going to the junkyard. What do you think? Or as they like to call it work.
There you go.
Hey, did you ever call that place back down over in Waco?
Yeah, the guy said he's gonna send me pictures of it.
All right, that'll work. Hey, at least we got you a lead on getting some.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. It's just you don't know what they'll ever say.
True.
I mean, I said, yeah, I want to see what these things look like because I know it. I know what they look like. I said, and I said I also don't want something that's rusty. I mean, because he said the truck does have rust on the outside, surface rust.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Hello.
Hey, you popped out real fast the other night. It's like,
me?
oh, yeah, you. It's like you didn't say you're leaving or anything. It's like all of a sudden you just went book.
I don't use this laptop thing a lot, so I forget it needs to be plugged in. So.
Oh. So you had a battery issue on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never unplug mine.
We'll get a
Never.
different credit card for it. That way you can keep it charged up. Now I was kind of wondering what happened to you.
Yeah, I just didn't have the cord for it out here and stuff. And
That's right.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong
right.
with a little rust. That's
Yep.
right, Rusty.
Yep. So did you bring the charging cord with you tonight?
Yep, it's plugged in.
All right, good. That way you don't have to worry about it dying on you.
What do you? Yeah, it's funny. I called the bank called me today on my car because I told I'm gonna park it in the wintertime. I'm not gonna pay the insurance for it to sit in the garage all winter. And bank goes, oh, you can't take the insurance off it. It's just watch me. And they go, I got my home. You can't take registration off it. I said, why not? It's still insured. I said, not. I said, through my homeowner's insurance. Oh, that ain't good enough. Oh, okay. I got $1 million policy on my house, and you tell me that ain't good enough.
Jeez.
Hey, Tom. Dobie.
Hey, Tom. Appreciate you being here. Well, at least, I'm glad, like I said, that we were able to find, more leads for you to
Oh,
be able
yeah,
to find those.
Yeah, oh yeah. He sent me a picture of the truck itself. He forgot that they said they got to lift up the truck, but the picture that what he calls rust, I said that ain't rust. We call that water where I come from.
Yeah. Like I said, down here, what we, if anything gets rusty, it's usually going to be sheet metal, and that's about it. Suspension parts, no, they don't get rusted out. Not down here. Because, like what Cajun's saying, down here, we don't get snow, so there's no salt at all on the ground. And it's very rare we do.
Believe it or not, that truck's different. Even
Right.
the ones that don't, that's the biggest complaint. Even people in California complain about rust on those control arms.
Well, I mean, in California, the way I can understand, because
They made them.
Well,
That was the only problem they had with them.
right. Well, a lot of your major cities are right there by the coast. So yeah, if you're right by the coast, like I said,
Oh yeah.
you go down to Galveston, yeah, you're going to get that salt there.
Oh yeah.
So that's the thing.
Hey buddy, if you're going to jaywalk, at least have some reflective clothing on instead of just walking out and with pitch black everything on in front of a car. I mean, that would only make sense, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
did
like,
y'all
hey,
hear?
they're on bicycles like that over here on 2nd Street in the middle of the road. Can't see them. No reflectors on those bicycles. And, man.
Yeah. I was going to say, did y'all hear the story? And I'm not kidding. Okay, this is something that Crystal was showing me earlier today. I don't remember what city it was, but they had this guy go in the grocery store. Okay, I think it was up in Oklahoma. He literally went in the store, went back to the freezer section, opened up the freezer door where the bags of the Totino's pizza rolls are, turned around, took a dump right on one of the bags, and then set another bag up on top of it, walked out. Okay, and some lady had gone in there. Okay, I need some pizza rolls. She reached in, grabbed it, and it's like, what the hell is this? Oh man, she had it all over her hands.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now,
More
now,
Oklahoma.
yeah, I know where that's at. I got a buddy of mine that lives right there.
Maybe it's your
there's
buddy that did it.
Moore, Norman, that area. I think he lives in Norman, more
Right.
or less. To the
But-
southwest of Oklahoma, kind of southwest.
People are nuts. I mean, the last 2 years, I think all these everything that's going on, everybody are losing their marbles.
Yep.
They had that ice cream licking thing going on at one time.
Oh God.
And this one guy did it on Facebook. All right. Hey, they went and arrested that guy. They went to his house and arrested him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I mean, it was out there on social media. And he was admitting to doing it and he videotaped. Okay, if you're going to do something like that and videotape you doing it, that's your own stupidity for putting it out there, because that's everything going right against you. Okay, you cannot say, well, it wasn't me. Well, if you want video recording yourself actually doing it, that's your own stupidity for being a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. That's
yeah, but now they're going to start that. It was called the Ice Cream Lick Challenge, on Facebook, whatever, TikTok. I don't even know if TikTok was out back then. I think it was, but now they're going to start having this crap going on with taking a crap.
That I don't know. All I know is, like, Crystal showed me the video, the lady that found it and everything, and it's like, what the hell is going on? I mean, they got a video, they got a picture of the guy, and everything that did it.
Does that surprise you?
No, but I'm going, what was going on in his mind for doing that?
Hey, there was a video I saw it today. Some guy, it happened last year during the beginning of everything. Some woman was in a store without a mask on, and another woman dragged her out of the store bodily. It pushed her out the door, threw her keys at her. She lost her flip flops. It was during can't remember what state it was in, but she dragged her out of the door. And it was on a YouTube video. I saw it, and it's like, and she called the cops and said she wanted the woman arrested for assault, and they said they couldn't because she was actually doing it right. Because I said she didn't have the right to drag her out of the store. I said, good thing. I'm thinking to myself, damn it, that was in a place like Arizona, Texas, Tennessee. The woman probably would have been handed Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
I'm glad they haven't done that crap around here. I walk into stores without them. I call people sheep and everything else.
Oh, you should see what I'll do.
I ain't saying
I've gone around and seen someone.
I don't think the
doing
mask
that.
works.
Hey, I'll go up and I'll start going, meh, meh. Like, look at all these sheep.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, I did. There was one. I was on one of Lucky streams, and the guy said something to me for not wearing a mask, and then the clerk too. And I said, quit being a dang sheep. I said, that woman's behind a plexiglass that goes all the way. You put your money through a little slot. She can't get near you. There's no way. Quit. You're being ridiculous. And he said, no, I'm not. And I says, really? What? And he said, I said, I can't affect you. That mask ain't doing nothing. They've already proven it. They've already said so. It even says on the box, it does not protect you against COVID.
Right.
I mean, getting the vaccine is one thing, but if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. My advice is to go into a store like Cajun said, go in there, get your shit, get out. Don't window shop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've already proven that even having the vaccine won't even stop you from getting it.
It'll lessen the effects, is what they're saying.
But you can still get it.
Oh, we know that. You know that.
Oh, yeah. I know that. But, I mean, to me, it's like, what's the use in getting it, because it hasn't been scientifically studied long enough. I mean, if you actually think about it, Okay, we've had the flu, and the biggest case was what 1912 or something like that with the Spanish flu. So it's been over 100 years. The scientists have been trying to fight the flu, the common flu, and they ain't got it done yet. Really? If you haven't got the flu wiped out by now, you ain't doing your job. Yep, we got Anna in the house.
Hey, Anna.
Hey, you're Scott Dungeon.
Hey, Scott.
What's not cooking is dinner. I was gonna cook me some hot dogs tonight, and it's like, oh, okay, I can do it like this. It's like, I asked Crystal, said, do we have this? She goes, nope. Do we have this? Nope. Forget it.
Make a good old-fashioned ham sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes,
No,
mayonnaise, and mustard.
I was gonna cook some hot dogs. I was gonna Materize some hot dogs, and they were gonna taste good too.
Scott said, I just made myself the best chicken sandwich on the planet. And that's better than homemade. All right, hold on. Hold on there, Bob. I got you.
On that.
There you go, Bob.
Oh, you beat me to it by a few seconds.
By a nanosecond.
Yep. Yeah, she wanted making some chili pasta. That's what I had last night, and that's what was for lunch today. There he is.
She just put it in chat.
Yep.
By a nanosecond.
Yep.
Whoa!
What's up, Juan?
Oh,
Yeah, she wanted making some chili pasta. All right, who's got YouTube still had last night? And
somebody's echoing.
Was for lunch today.
Bob or Juan, one of y'all's echoing.
I gotta mute myself. So
I got it. It's cool.
All right, let's see. Let's see if we hear echo.
Everything's good. It was me. I got it covered.
All right. Well, I ain't hearing it right now.
It was me. It was me. I got it. I was just
All right.
Now.
just getting over to
echo.
Yeah. Adele, Bob still had YouTube up.
Let me
along
see.
With,
No, it's gone. It's gone, Juan.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh yeah, because I did turn off the mic option here. Sorry, guys.
Right.
So that. Hi, Mater. Thank you for having me. Hi.
No problem. Glad you're here.
Let me copy something. Bon ami, Kenyan. Adam also. Mr. Briggs, I do a lot of joke about you. I hope you take it lightly and with a good sense of humor. If you want to come back at me if you can. But on a friendly manner. And Juggle Ball Repair, hi too.
Hi, Juan. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, well, the thing is, I'm doing good. I'm just this day taking care of my sister. If you can pray for her, she's very sick. I don't think it's COVID, but I'm doing everything now, so you know how it goes.
Well, I definitely say a prayer for you tonight. You know, my wife will put you
Thank you. And you know how our Latinas are. We treat us like wife and husband without the benefits, people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, family like. And, you know, she likes to be picky when she's sick and say what she wants and what she don't want to have. And I have been driving out at night looking for something to her to eat because she didn't want it. She couldn't eat the first day.
When people don't feel good, they say a lot of things they don't mean sometimes. They get ornery when they don't feel good. When people aren't well.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you well, John, Bob.
I just say that people when they feel ill or whatever, when people are sick, they say a lot of things when they're grumpy that they don't really mean. So you got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's just out of love because we have helped each other. So I'm very grateful to have her, and very grateful to arrive here and have some energy left to be with you guys. So what's this cooking? What you were talking about lead fuel or something like that?
Oh, me?
You guys. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I was last night on in the old tech guys
They
live
roasted me.
stream. Yeah, I was gonna. I told them I'm gonna cook some hot dogs tonight. Well, I went up checking with Crystal, and she goes. I asked her if we had a couple items, and she goes, "Nope, we don't have them." Okay, forget that then.
A sandwich or a burger.
No, I was gonna come out here and do some cooking out here in the garage on the live stream of some hot dogs. And like I said, I'm gonna get them matarized.
Hey, Mater, I like hot dogs too. I'm like Ben Matlock. I love hot dogs all the time, every day, all the time.
Well, I'll play this. This was gonna be my my way of cooking them, which I don't know how many people would like
I've
them.
seen a couple of your videos on hot dogs before. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna add a special ingredient.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to say that or not.
Mater, sorry, Cajun, how do you, Cajun is muted. Oh my. Mater, why don't you cut it with a saw, cut like a pork chop, and show it to Ed?
I know what Matarized is secret ingredients is. He was going to add some 40 weight Pennzoil.
Nope.
But do you hear me, Cajun? No.
Hang on.
Is that avalanche? What is that, avalanche?
No.
Oh.
I was close.
Anvil.
Yep.
Well, are gonna. How
Is that what you grease down the grill with? Maybe.
I was going to get the pan out, get it all, heat it up, put this in there, and some of the hot dogs.
Yeah. Good thing I know that now. I'll never eat a hot dog you give me.
Hey, I was going to eat them too.
Wow.
You should have gotten with a hacksaw, but Cajun, I have a question. How do you say "oh my" in French?
Melo.
Melo.
Hang on. Okay, now got a choice. You either go with the primary or transmission fluid.
No trans. Is that for the wood for?
Oh, so go primary. Okay, I can do primary.
Yeah, good primary.
And by the way, this is used primary. This is what came out of the bike. So this is going to have a little bit of extra crunchiness with the clutch disc.
You're a crazy dude, man.
Thank you for the compliment.
I don't know what is that for use for the grill to light it on.
You know what? If you cooked it off good, it probably wouldn't hurt. It probably wouldn't kill you or nothing. It probably wouldn't kill you.
Nah. Like I said, it's just going to add an extra flavor to it.
But Mater, is that for the grill fire? To prepare the fire.
No.
I just put it in a skillet and fry the hot dogs in a skillet with it. I think.
Yeah, I was going to put the hot dogs in that and then cook them.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm not responsible for any health issues or insurance purposes.
Well, like I said, I was gonna take the bottle, put it in the pan, and then get it all good and hot. Then go the hot dogs. But I don't have the other two things I need for the hot dogs, so I guess I'll have to wait. Get them tomorrow, maybe.
What else do you need except a bun and some mustard? What do you need?
No mustard. Nope, no mustard.
Onion?
Hey, Bob. Bob, who was the guy with the beard in the panel right next to me? Who was that? He looks familiar.
Tom Dovey?
Who?
Tom Dovey?
Mhm.
Wait,
You talking about
type that in chat. Type that in chat.
earlier tonight?
Next.
He broke
Yeah,
up.
who was it in the chat? He says put it in the chat that way because he's having a hard time hearing you.
I was saying, is he talking about it on my live stream earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Dovey.
Oh, Tom Doby.
No, that wasn't Tom. Or was it? Tom Doby?
Yeah. He's the only one that was in a beard, had a beard on my panel tonight.
Oh, the one with the beard was Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought I recognized it. All right.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
Doc.
because he was in a live stream. Me and him were in a live stream one time. And I've always invited him up. You know, I told him, hey, when you're ever in one of my live streams, you know, just say drop me the link. I'll drop you the link, you know, to join up on the panel.
Yeah, he's my nephew.
Oh, Tom's your nephew?
Yeah. I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm Uncle Bob, and he's my nephew.
Oh, okay. Now, who was the Mr. and Mrs.? Who was that?
That's Lawnmower Detective and his wife, Carrie.
Lawnmower Detective. All right. Now, finally put a face to the name.
Yeah, the missus, her name is Carrie, and it's spelled Carey. And,
Oh, okay. Yeah, like Drew Carey. Yeah.
That's his wife.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to put a face with the name Lawnmower Detective.
Mm-hmm.
Is
They're good people, man. All those guys are good people.
Oh yeah, I've been knowing them for quite some time on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, just in chat, but
In the
never
chat, never
saw him on a panel before. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's them. Yeah. They all know you. They all love you. They all know you who you are.
They all know who I am, huh? Yeah. Yeah. When he recognized Tom, when he saw when I said hi in chat, and he says, Boo, and he pronounced my last name right.
Yeah.
Luquette. He said, that's Boo Luquette. He said, that's Cajun. And I'm like, yep. So that's when you dropped the link to join in.
Bob, why do you put Jungle Bob Repair? Is that the name of your shop?
Uh-oh.
What's the name of your shop, Bob?
Jungle Bob Repair?
That's the name of your shop also?
Yeah, that's the name of my business, Jungle Bob Repair.
Yeah, that's it. One.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good. Because Uncle Bob Repair will sound great too, but
No,
it's already happening.
I won. It's a little joke. Tom's a little older than me, not maybe a couple of years, but I go by Jungle Bob, and he's always called me Uncle Bob. That's kind of like a real, like poking fun at me. So I call him nephew since he calls me Uncle. I call him nephew. He's not really my blood nephew or nothing.
Oh, okay.
We just live.
Actually, I thought he was your blood nephew. The way you said it.
We live maybe less than 100 miles apart from each other and stuff.
Oh, okay.
We just that's just kind of our ongoing joke for those of you who didn't know.
I wonder why Lawnmower Detective didn't pop up in here.
Well, he probably had to go to bed. I think this was his last day off, and he's got to be at work in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard somebody say. Well, it was somebody. It was the other guy that was in there. DNR.
Mm-hmm.
DNR. I know him. You know, in chat, DNR.
Yeah.
Lawnmower Repair.
Yeah.
And I can remember that name because we have a DNR here, but it's DN with a small N.
Okay.
Capital D, small N, and then R. Supply house over here. Put it this way: if they ain't got it, you don't need it.
Yeah. David Bannister. That would be his name. David Bannister is DNR small engine.
Okay.
He's a good dude.
I think he said it was. He had said it was almost think it was 8:30, closer to 9. You know,
I
and
forget.
that he had to run. So
I
I said, well,
forget
you must
that
be on there.
he's up in Kansas City, and he may be an hour behind us, but he's up in Kansas City. But I think he's got a big job interview in the morning while he's got to get off of that.
Oh, well, somebody was on the East Coast because they said it was getting late. You know,
Yeah,
getting closer to 9, like 8:30 their time, and
that might have
that's
been the
when.
doctor. That might have been the doctor. I can't remember. There's a couple people in and out. I can't remember them all.
Yeah, that was two people had left because it was getting late, and
Yeah.
one of them said work or something had to do with work. The other one said it was late, and
Yeah.
because he said he was on the East Coast.
Well, it was a good time for me. I hadn't done a live stream in a long time. I don't get on this anymore. Hey, William down here. William says he just dozed off. But he's back now. Maybe William
Yeah.
wants to come up and you send him the link. I don't know if he wants to come up
Well,
here.
you see, William is the one that told me in one of my comments in a comment on one of my videos, my live stream. I think it was from last night. My live stream from last night. He commented that you were on. And then he sent another comment saying, "Hey, you're gonna come up? You're gonna join up?" And but I had just saw it. When I was
Yeah.
trying to send an email. And
Yeah, what's good, man? I appreciate all the support you
but
guys.
see, I didn't know you were live until William told me about it. William tells me he's my bloodhound. Like I say,
Yeah, William's a good friend.
he lets me know when people are on.
William's a good friend of mine. He does that for everybody, but William's a good friend of mine as well. He's from the Carolinas, and he lives real close to Harry Gant from NASCAR racing. And, he actually knows him. And,
Do they still make the Troyville pony?
I don't know if they still make it, but I work on a lot of them.
Some guy's got one out. Some guy's got one in front of his house for $3,800. I'm thinking, that's a little pricey.
No, they didn't cost that much too.
Mr. Big, everything is pricey nowadays.
Are you talking about the tiller or are you talking about the lawnmower?
The rider.
Oh, okay. All right. Because they did make a Troy-built pony tiller. They made a horse.
Yeah, I know.
A pony,
horse
and then that was your old original Troy-built. I mean, I'm talking about built tough, still running today with cast iron Magnum 8 horsepower coolers, 10 horsepower coolers, cast iron coolers.
Good. Not all of them were 10 horse, but yeah, they had coolers.
No, not all of them were 10. It was 8, 10, but whatever you wanted.
I would pay more than $200 for it.
But they still they don't make. Troy-built does not make the original pony rider mowers no more.
3,800 this guy wants for it.
No, that's bull crap. They made a pony, a Bronco, and something else that it's called, but those
not the pony, it's a Bronco. Excuse me,
okay.
Bronco. But even the Bronco, that thing ain't worth no $3,800.
Well, it didn't cost $3,800 new.
Right.
It cost about maybe about
Bronco, the SUV you're talking about?
No. Unless that guy bought it brand new and just did not uncrate it, kept it this long, and it's brand new.
It's still not worth that. It's still not worth that.
No, it's not. Well, to a real antique collector, if that was original oil in that engine, just uncrated, it's worth that to a collector.
I don't care if it's brand new, still in the box.
For him to say, look what I got. It's in mint factory condition.
Pardon me, Canyon. Are you referring to the SUV?
No, lawnmower, riding lawnmower.
Riding lawnmower. Well, yeah,
It cost me $800 or $900 brand new. There ain't no way it's worth $3,800 now, even if it's never been ridden.
Well, I just was referring to know that you were referring to a operated vehicle. That's not a vehicle, but it has an engine.
Yeah, no. We're talking about a Ford, not a Ford Bronco, a Troy-built Bronco riding mower.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that for collector nowadays, they want everything like original. And
this thing look brand new, but I don't care how original it is. It ain't worth that much.
Nope.
Oh yeah, but when I'm saying to collectors, if you want to get the most out of it, paperwork, if you have the bill of when you pay for it, anything that proves that you're the first owner, Like Cajun said, the original oil in it. That's what they want for
Yep.
collectors, because Beauty and the Beast, the movie, sold for $15,000.
Yeah, but like what Jungle Bob was saying, it only sold for about 800 or 900 brand new. So for them wanting that much money for it, he can't see, that, being of value.
There's not that much
Yeah,
appreciation in a riding lawnmower. It's not.
yeah,
Yeah.
Plus, they
but
suck anyway. They break down. The drive system on it's crap, and it's
Hey,
yeah,
Strap.
Hey, Straps.
oh, straps. But I was referring to a collector, and here in the US, there's someone always with disposable income that if they want for collection purposes, as Cajun said,
you're
they
exactly.
will arrive people and
Oh,
will
you're
give
exactly
money.
right. Somebody will pay a price for something if they want it bad enough. You're
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
right. So, I
Yeah,
get you.
I just referring to what Cajun said because they were talking about the GTO being original paint. If they clear coat that to a collector that wants everything original, the drop will go like this.
It's like people finding their old cars they used to drive in high school. If they can find one restored perfectly back to the way their first car was, they might pay anything for it. But they're
Yeah,
paying a reasonable price for it. More
yeah,
than
because you can have a restore mod. You can restore something or paint and make it look better. So I'm with Kenyon with that. That's
if
what.
you don't want to pay $3,800 for a riding lawnmower, come see me here in Birmingham, Alabama. I'll get you one. I'll get you that Monte.
Well, you're talking about a mower, but let's talk about the Craftsman socket. They're selling for snap-on prices on eBay. If you
Are
have
you talking
been
about tools?
look,
Now you're talking about tools.
yeah, tools. But it's in the same line. If you have an old Craftsman socket, it's all for $30 and more, and
Really?
people are buying it. So if the demand is there, also for the mower, anything that reminds you of your childhood, because men want toys as they get older,
Hey,
right, Mater?
I really want to know about has
We
anyone
do,
seen Chicanic's latest post?
we do, we
Yeah,
man.
I guess he's talking about when she took that chainsaw apart and put it back together to put the carburetor gasket on it, manifold gasket. Is that what he's talking about?
Sorry, I didn't. I don't think that I can hear you, or I don't know if I can. You
I was
speak
talking
up?
about William's comment about has anyone seen Chicanic's latest post. I think he's talking about she redid a chainsaw and she forgot to put the intake gasket back on. But I'm not sure if that's what he's talking about.
Ah.
Sorry, I don't get it. I don't understand.
He's talking about how he was working on a chainsaw and put it all back together, and he forgot to put the intake gasket on it.
No, she forgot. Chicanik.
Oh, she. Okay.
That happened.
Sorry.
That's helpful.
Yeah, that's what William says. Yes, that's what he's talking about.
I was gonna say that sounds almost like what Bob would do.
Yeah, I've done it before.
well,
And he'll
well,
probably do it again.
well. If you want a story, I'm getting
Anybody's
into me.
been doing this. Anybody's been in this business as long as I have done it before. So I know how.
That, well,
What's
it's
up,
not how you
Leonard?
start, how you finish. If you don't mount it and put it in, or
No, but you
forget
don't
it.
know about it like that. To put that manifold gasket back on, you gotta take the carburetor all the way back off and put it on. And
Yeah, man.
30 minutes of worth of trouble, 35 minutes.
Don't know much about small engine repairs, but
But the
if you
problem is,
have,
we're trying to shoot a video of her repairing this chainsaw, and in the process of her shooting this video, she skipped that
yeah,
step. She was
you're talking about a long
doing
process.
the video. I think that's the gist of it.
Yeah. So
It
when did she
happens.
realize that she hadn't put it back on yet?
Well, you can see her picture on the thing. She's crunching her head, going, "Damn."
Hi, Eleanor. Hi,
Yeah.
you.
What's going on, Ken? Hey, Ken. Hey, I need you to pop up here in the panel. I got a question for you. Now, you definitely would be the best person to ask on that.
Do you need some space, or he can be at any?
No, he can come in. I can
Okay.
have up to 10 people here in the panel.
Just so I know.
Oh, no.
Well, just
All right.
he asked to give in a minute, Mater.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got a question for you, Mater. Do you have impacts from Lowe's? Football impacts? Socket impacts?
As far as sockets, no. All the impact sockets I've got are all from
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight. Yeah.
How will they been? Have they been good for you?
Yeah. So far, I haven't had any problems with them.
Okay.
I've not. I will admit that the only tool that I've gotten from Harbor Freight, there's only been two that I've had a problem with. One of them was the I've got that socket right here somewhere. It's a Torx, I think a 3/8 drive. But the Torx socket and everything, and it wound up breaking on me. Well, I know I can take it back and do an exchange on it. I just never have. But then I wound up going and buying some more not that long ago. So, okay. The other was one of their screwdrivers. I got that. I did a video on it a while back where I got the big package of all the different screwdrivers. And I was actually working on one of the Coleman lanterns, and you got to have that small flat to go in there. And that one there, that screw has been in there for so long, it's so rusty, it literally bent the tip of the screwdriver.
Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But, I'm going, okay, I can live with something like that. I mean, it's not that bad of a deal. Okay, fine. So I can't complain. Now, like I said, out of everything I've got, I can't complain. I've got a motorcycle lift. Okay, I use on my wide glide when I go work on it.
Did it fall down? Fell down because of the pump?
Nope.
Went out? The pump? No.
Now, the only thing I don't like about it is when I hit the release, instead of coming down slow, it wants to come down real fast. I'd like to have it to where it doesn't come, and I can barely put any kind of pressure on that release, and it wants to come down fast.
That ain't good.
No.
I got a floor jack like that.
Yeah.
You turn it like 1/millionth of a turn, and it just drops to the floor.
Like the floor jack.
Right. But one thing I do have is I do have the wheel stop from Harbor Freight, and that's the kind that you literally drive the motorcycle over it with the front tire. It'll go in there and lock in. So when I've got the bike up in the air, I'll have the front tire secured. So then I'll get there and I'll jack the bike up. And like when I had to change out those wheel bearings, okay, fine. I moved that wheel chock, stand out of the way, remove the front tire, and did everything. When I put it all back together, I made sure to put that wheel stand chock and everything, or whatever you want to call it, back in place. That way, when the bike came down, that wheel went right into it.
One or two, I think you take good care of things, or you're being lucky.
Jack, you think you got to always use jack stands because you never know when that hydraulic thing might go on full gas. You always put jack stands.
Well, I was going to say with that motorcycle lift, it actually has the little locks.
Yeah,
you can
it's got the lock. It's not going to come down any further. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because the people that I know that they have bought the bikes jacks, they had changed the hydraulic part because it's replaceable, and they do it for a good one, and they last a long time. But that's the one of the first thing to go out. So I want a bike, Mater. So I'm making my mental list.
tell you guys, anything, whatever you're working on, always use jack stands. Don't
Oh,
rely
yeah.
on that floor jack because
Oh,
they
no.
No,
can go out
no.
at
Thank
any
you,
time.
Bob.
You never know
Thank
when it's going to happen, and if that seal just ruptures, then poof, right down on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of it. I know a couple of people when I was a little kid, and I know a couple in my middle age. They've been working underneath cars and didn't put jack stands under, had hydraulic jack up, and crushed them. They were, crushed them, crushed them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not,
Safety.
not
yeah,
nothing
it
to do.
always pays to put jack stands under or blocks or
Something.
tires,
Something.
tires and
Something.
rims.
Put something
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
well said, get Kenyon.
Oh,
Something under.
well said.
Well
Yep.
said.
you know, my favorite thing people put under cars, my neighbor does all the time, and I laugh at him every time he does it. He uses the tire under it. I said, you know, if that car comes down and hit that tire, it's going to explode, and then the car's going to hop in the air, and you're going to be a dead man.
well, when people
No,
pull
it's not. Them hydraulic jacks don't go down coop like that. No, they're gonna
easing
end
down,
up going down like that.
they'll
Okay,
start easing down.
and you might have enough time to get out from under that car. Depends on how far you under there.
The only
Yeah,
time
no,
I don't use jack stands is like sometimes when I'm changing brakes, but I put the tire and the rim underneath the rotor. So
Yeah,
if the
but Cajun, I didn't say what kind of jack he was using. He's just using a regular factory scissor jack. If that
oh
thing
yeah,
gets
one of
out,
them that'll fall over on you. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
that's
I mean, but if
Well,
you're doing, if
it
he did
don't.
that jack came down and hit that spare tire, he takes the tire off and puts it underneath the control arm. I said, dude, if that came down, you'd be a dead man.
yeah,
Yep.
yep.
I
Maybe.
never had trusted those scissor jacks.
I just
No, I
I
don't either. That's why I use a floor jack.
I just
Every vehicle I have a
believe in
floor
putting
jack
jack
for.
stands. I believe in
I use
jacking
a lot
up
of railroad jacks.
jack stands.
Believe it or not, the Volkswagen jack that comes with this car, that comes with my Audi, the same kind of jack came with my VW in '88. That's a good jack. It's a screw jack, and it
Remember,
works excellent.
y'all remember back in the old days with the bumper jacks?
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah. Like click, 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 click,
Yep.
click, click. And
Them
I
suckers,
got one.
well, they
I
were
have
breaking
some memory of that.
down. Yeah.
I remember them old. They look like railroad jacks. They were a miniature version of a railroad jack.
Yeah,
I
them
got
bumper
one.
jacks, man.
They had a
My
little hook.
'71 Buick Electra still has the original in the trunk that's never been used.
Yeah,
They had a little hook like this
yep,
that on that jack that you put up in a slot in the bumper,
yep.
Yep.
and it caught like that. And then now those, if you had an angle or whatever, those will fall too and go over.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
what about if the teeth get wore out and all of a sudden it just flips to all the way down? If you got your
I've seen that already. Yeah, you had to be careful. When I was a kid, one time the jack got out of my hand. My dad said, go ahead and put it down, and so I'm like, okay, and then my hand slipped. It got out of my hand. It was like.
yeah,
And the people who put a gun on it so it goes faster. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yep.
People who suggest scissor jacks are like, if you can use it to replace a tire because you have nothing else. I don't like that idea. I had a friend, a buddy of mine, that was like, "Oh, you should clean the rims of your sister car." And yeah, but I cannot get behind that. Oh, just the scissor jack. I have used it on my house. And that's your life, not mine. No way, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I told him I'll wait to buy a floor jack and do it. But anyways, I did buy a long for cleaning bathrooms, something long like.
Who's backing up?
Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs is. And I was like, no. That's why I got him muted.
But Williams, I am from Puerto Rico, but I'm here in Tennessee. Puerto Rico, but now lives in Tennessee. He's a Tennessee hillbilly. A Tennessee Moses. He's related to Granny on the Clampetts, Beverly Hillbillies. He's a Tennessee Moses. Oh, man, I like the Moses thing. I feel very aligned with that character. Did you want to say something, Bob?
Oh, I was going to say, you're a volunteer now. A volunteer, Tennessee volunteer fan. Football.
There you go. Football.
No,
No college football.
no, I'm not.
No.
I'm not a sport person.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me some coffee.
You got to at least get involved with the Tennessee Volunteers. Okay, their football team.
They always lose.
Hey, that's
they
one
say.
of the best. That's one of the best team non-SEC teams they have. They're in the ACC, if I'm not mistaken. About?
Well, let me tell you something, Cajun. Since I was little, I was dreaming to come in here.
Hey, don't steer him wrong.
So,
He's trying to steer you wrong. Tennessee is in the SEC, and they haven't been so good as of late. But they're
the Vols, the Tennessee
They are a-
Volunteers,
but
they're not in the SEC.
they are a well-known SEC team. They got a history. You know, check them out. You
I
know,
didn't know they was in the SEC. I thought they were in the Sun Belt Conference. Or
yeah.
something.
Well, they should be the way they've been playing the last few years.
Oh, well, hey, you got me curious. I'm gonna look that up because I don't think LSU's ever played Tennessee.
Yeah, you know better than that.
Oh, come on, well,
You know better than that, Cajun. Don't be playing around.
okay, Tennessee.
let's check. But the thing that I want to say is that since I was little, I was
Man, he knows what's up.
okay. Man, that Mr.
Oh,
Big,
wait a minute. Yeah, okay, they are in the SEC East. Okay. Hey, somebody mute Briggs. Oh, thank you.
Oh, he muted himself. What I wanted to tell you, Kenyon, since I was little, I was dreaming coming here because I like the music more than here. Than I feel more American than Puerto Rican. But I'm supposedly to be American because we are on the middle, right? But
Yeah. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory.
Yeah, U.S. territory, right?
But yeah, as a map, if you go through the maps and that type of science, we're more American because we're in the middle of Latin America.
I don't even know why they keep that like that. They should keep states down there instead of just calling it a territory. They might as well just make it a state.
No, we are
They
a.
might as well. The Virgin Islands too. Virgin Islands too. Make that a
I'll
state.
just take all that in, and that way you can get all the benefits. Because all it is you're not getting all the benefits that the normal states get.
Yeah, we are a colony. We are a colony.
Yeah.
But the thing
Then
is,
you have to make all new flags.
Huh?
Yeah, we have to add a couple of stars to the flag. Yeah.
Okay,
That'd be expensive, wouldn't it?
I got some info on those Troy builds.
That creates revenue, though. That would create revenue. That's what the government's done all these years. You know, when they want to make money, they create a war to make money. Why not make some new flags, create some jobs?
Yeah. All right, I got some information on that Troy built Bronco, that riding mower that we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they started those mowers. Okay, they were Gordon Wave built them. Okay, it was Watco that started making the tillers. Okay, back in '68, I want to say in the '60s, but
Hold on.
okay. All right, now the Troy built lawnmower Bronco was actually built by Gordon Wave. Okay, which was a true Troy build. Okay, it wasn't MTD or AYP or nothing like that back then. In 1989. Okay, they started in '89. They had a 16 horsepower on it. Okay, and then with a 36-inch or a 42-inch deck. That's when they first made them. So no, I'm gonna agree with Bob that even out of the crate, a crated brand new lawnmower, I don't think it's going to be worth $3,800. No, because it wasn't the old. I was thinking of like a
I'll be back.
81 or 79 or 80 model, like their old tillers. Their tillers were bulletproof. Okay, bulletproof. And were horses, and that's why they called it Troy built horse. And then they had the pony. The Troy-Bilt pony was just a smaller tiller with a smaller engine, without certain extra. Because that Troy-Bilt, man, that was a lawnmower. I mean, a tiller and a half. They had the swing arm on it. They had the reverse. All of that. You can use one of them one-handed in the garden. One-handed.
Huh.
So no, but to a collector, a hardcore collector that has
Oh.
nothing but brand new, factory, mint condition, riding mowers. You know, something like Jay Leno with his car, his antique car. Okay.
Yes.
Somebody with more money than they know what to do with, they're gonna spend $3,800 on a lawnmower. But I can't see nobody asking $3,800 for that lawnmower.
More money. They got more money.
Not even in New York. In New York, it's still not worth that.
They got more money than sense, Cajun.
That's
Cajun.
it. Yeah, you said it right. More money than
The land of the dreams, of the opportunity. But,
Hey,
you would say too much dream.
It does boil down to each his own about what they value. What I might value different than what some other person may value and what it means to them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
You have to
Mike.
always take that.
What's up, Joseph? We got Joseph Burgess in the house.
What's up?
Hi, Joseph.
What's up, Joseph?
Ayo.
Joseph, how are you?
No, Bob, I'm like yourself. If I'm going to buy a tool, it's a tool that is going to be used, not behind my crystal. And a car is a piece of metal. I like cars, but in the end, they are a box with 4 wheels. So,
Well, we're not talking about cars. We're talking about lawnmowers.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm referring to anything. Like, it's for use the lawnmower. It's for mowing your ground. So, that's for its floor.
Right.
Yeah, and a
Hey, I
car's
can't
just
get
good for
I
going
can't
to the
get
store.
$4,000 out of a car up here. The one car that I got up here, there ain't no way that lawnmower's worth that.
Yeah. No, especially if it's used. You know.
William makes a good point. William makes a good
You
point.
sure?
Down there.
You sure you read that sign right? Because it's dark where you at, Mr.
One
Briggs.
person's trash is another one's treasure. What says William down there?
Yep.
That's a good point.
It's probably saying $380 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand maybe 380,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I could probably believe more at $38.
Yeah, I could believe $380, but not 3,800. It's dark where he's at, so he's an hour ahead of us, and it's well after dark where I'm at.
Well, Rick
Yeah,
probably
380
needs to have
sounds
his eyes
good.
examined then.
Now 380 would be a fair price.
Cajun, what's that? Discount by mileage? Driving mileage?
Discount by mileage, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't pay no 380 for it. No.
Well, I'm just saying 380 is a fair price.
Because it's not even a hydrostatic mower.
Yeah,
Now you get your old John Deere LA or something, one of the first LA models that hydrostatic with a 42-inch deck with a 24 horse Briggs on it, twin cylinder. Yeah, that would be worth in the 300.
That Troyville's just got that one big pulley on top of the transmission and turns both wheels at the same time. It's
Yeah,
not a
transaxle drive. Yeah, that ain't.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Because I mean I know the Troy-Bilt Bronco didn't have the hydrostatic.
Nope, they had the big pulley up right under the battery. You got to take the battery out.
Transaxle drive. Correct. Now they did make a decent I think they used a Peerless system on there. Yeah, and those were decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
The older ones were decent. They making some stuff now that's stamped metal, and they non-serviceable. They so-called non-serviceable. Okay?
Yeah. Well,
They won't sell you the parts, but if you
the only
find something decent,
problem with those hydrostatics, you got one for the left side, one for the right side, right? And they're like $1,000 to buy a new one. You can take them apart and rebuild them. They're not that hard to rebuild. But,
Evening, guys.
what's up,
What's
Ken?
up?
All right, guys, hang on.
Yeah.
Since Eleanor is here, okay, this is something I want to discuss with him as far as what happened to me this past Saturday, and I want to get his input in on it. Okay. Saturday morning, Crystal and I, we were out going over to Dollar General to go do some shopping, and then we were heading over to Walmart. Okay. We pull in the parking lot, okay, and it's a one-way direction for pulling in there. All traffic goes one direction, okay? There was a female, and she was trying to leave the parking lot, but she was going the opposite direction of the flow, okay? So she's coming straight at me, and I'm trying, both Crystal and I are trying to say, hey, you're going the wrong way. You need to go that way, not this way, okay? So she's wanting to be argumentative. I'm trying to park, and she starts trying to block where I'm trying to pull in at, okay? So next thing I know is the passenger of her car, he gets out. I can see he's got a knife in a sheath on his belt, okay? I reached in, I grabbed my Smith & Wesson, okay? I never pointed it at him, never had my finger on the trigger, never said anything to him about it. All I did was I picked it up and I held it where he could see it.
Oh.
Okay? And he made the comment, oh, so you're going to pull a gun on me, huh? I said, and mind you, I had plenty of people outside the store clerk, everybody in the store, they could see what was going on and hear it.
What state do you live in later? What state do you live in?
But here's my question, okay? Was I in the wrong for doing that?
What state do you live in?
Texas.
No.
I would say no. Because he had the opportunity and the capability to do physical body harm to both you and Crystal.
Yeah, you can do conceal and carry in Texas, and it's no deal. You don't have to conceal.
And he didn't attempt. He didn't attempt.
You can wave that thing around all day long and put it on your.
Well, now I do have a concealed carry license.
Yeah.
Okay, but now here in Texas, as of the 1st of September, you can be open carry.
Yes,
and you don't have to have a license.
The real question is, what was his intent?
Yeah, and the only
And that's where if had law enforcement gotten involved or anything like that, that's where the true question would have come in.
Yeah, and the only
he had the opportunity, he had the capability, and if he was advancing at you like that, I would say he had the intent.
Right.
Yeah.
He just got outmanned and decided to try to flip the switch.
Right. And for me, like I said, I saw him get out of the car, coming towards me, and I saw what appeared to be a knife in a sheath on his belt. Okay, so to me, I felt threatened that if he was approaching. Okay, he actually stopped right about the hood of my car, and mind you, there was about 5 or 6 feet between the two bumpers.
Well, there's no reason to pull the
gun. When I saw that, I never, like I said, I never pointed it at him. Did not have my finger on the trigger. All I did was I pulled it up and I held it just like that. That way he could see I had a gun.
I don't even know if I would have done that though, Mater, because until you get to your window, and as long as you got the gun in your hand, you can wait almost till you get to the window if you have to use it.
The thing that I wanted.
I would have cranked my car up at that point when he was standing in front of the hood. I would just crank my car up and revved up the motor a little bit.
I never turned the car off. I had it
revved up my motor, man, like I was about to run in motor.
But the good reason from you, Mater, a good reasonable explanation. You tried to de-escalate the situation because you showed the gun. You didn't. Didn't pull it out nor say like, "I'm going to do something." The guy went out with a knife. For me, that's clearly an intent.
Right. And the fact is that he approached my car.
Yeah.
And he was not the driver.
I don't know.
He was the passenger.
I don't know because I wasn't in the situation, but I do know this: you can't never tell about crazy people. crazy people in this world anymore. So
Right.
whatever you felt doing right to protect yourself is the right thing to do. That's what I'm
Right.
gonna do.
And see, that was the one thing is like, you know, we were in the store. It's like, is he going to try and come back and do something
Yeah.
or not? But I mean, the cashier made the comment because he was right there. The
Yeah.
door was wide open. He could hear and see everything that was going on.
Well, you
Those
were
guys had outside the store.
yeah.
He made a comment. Customers inside the store were even talking about it.
Well, you were in the situation. You were living it. So whatever you felt like you needed to do to protect yourself, I'm with you. Whatever that was.
Right. But
So
see, now, okay, but see, with LNR, he's in the law enforcement. So that's why I wanted him to come up to
Of course.
ask him, was I in the right
well,
in
if
doing
the
it and
guy,
did I do it the correct way?
well, if the guy had a knife that he was wielding at you, that'd be a different thing. But if you just saw that he had a knife on him, and you picked your gun up and showed it to the car window, maybe he backs off, maybe he doesn't, since there's no law about that. So there's really no
Right,
threat going on. Now, if the guy had his knife pulled out of the sheath and was coming at you, you could have just shot him and you'd be done with it. No big deal.
right. But like I said,
But
that's why I wanted to ask Ken, you know, did I handle that
I
situation
don't know.
in the correct way?
Since
I'm not
Eleanor,
going to say that you were wrong by any means, Mater, because I'm never going to tell you what you fear and what you don't fear. I'm
Right,
not going to tell Crystal what she does and doesn't fear.
right,
All I'm going to ever do is tell you how I feel in the situation.
right,
Had it have been me, I would have waited until he got closer
Yeah.
and started acting aggressively or brandishing and pulling the knife out before I would have grabbed my air hole puncher.
okay,
Now that's just me. Now I also have training against knife attacks and stuff like that as well. Now in the real world, it never goes as smoothly as training does,
right,
but
true,
nonetheless, I'm not gonna bring fists to a knife fight.
right,
bring a
So
knife,
at the
gunfight.
end of the day, it's going to be my family and I that go home. So, like
right,
I said, I'm not going to tell you that you were wrong. I personally would have just handled it a little bit differently. But
yeah,
I also
Lennar,
right.
have more extensive training than most people do.
Maybe,
Right.
maybe,
And see,
maybe,
you got that
maybe,
training. I don't. I'm just a regular, Joe
yeah.
Blow civilian and everything. And like I said, I felt threatened. But the fact is that, he got out of the car. He starts approaching me.
Well,
And like I said, to me, it looked like he had a knife on his
well,
belt. Okay.
well, Mater,
So my
I wear
thought was, I didn't know if he was going to pull that on the way to the window of the car and try and stab me
Yeah.
and everything. So that's the thought that
Well,
was
see,
going through my head.
I wear a little knife clipped on my blue jean pocket when I'm walking around. I used to a box cutter. It's got a box cutter blade on the end of it.
Right,
Actually, this one right here, I'll show you. It's this right here. So
right,
I wear a clip on my everywhere I walk around because I'm always
yeah,
opening packages and parts with it or whatever when I'm working, or I might splice a cable
What's up, Adam?
But so if I'm just what I was getting at is what I'm saying is some people carry knives on them as long as they're legal knives, and they do attach them to their belt clip, and that's just how they walk around every day. Maybe he wasn't threatening you. Maybe you just perceived him to be threatening.
Now, well, the thing about it is that, okay, Brian, okay,
I'm
it's like
trying to
this.
go at all angles here. I'm just going at all.
I know, okay, but Brian's world, he posted something in chat. And the fact
Oh,
is that there's not enough room in that parking lot for two cars to pass because you've got cars that back out like this,
yeah.
so there's not enough room for a
Oh,
car to go like this. It's only enough room for one car going that direction.
yeah.
And I will put it like this: after he got back in the car and everything, they did back all the way down and pull out. Now, to me, if she had just done that,
Mm-hmm.
that would have de-escalated the whole situation.
Right. Right.
But she's trying to say, I can't go backwards. I'm going, put it reverse. She just did not want to go the correct way, and she already knew she was in the wrong. And to me, he wanted to escalate it more by getting out of the car.
He was aggressive by doing that.
Right. He was wanting to be aggressive and everything about it. And that's why I felt threatened that, I mean, if you're coming at me and you're sitting in a passenger seat of a car, okay,
Yeah.
the passenger should never get out.
Right.
The driver, now, if she'd gotten out,
Yeah.
oh, I guarantee you one thing. Crystal would have been out the door in a heartbeat and gone over there and had a word or two with her.
Well, like I said,
But,
you know, I don't know because I wasn't in that situation. You know, you have to be in the moment. A lot, you know, people can, you know, it's like this stuff they show on TV on these crime, some of these crime shows. You know, you don't understand what what the real feeling is if you're not there. Sometimes, you know, like
Yeah, but let's not forget that Leonard is the officer here, and he did a good. He tell he made a good question. What state you are in? So I think you should be okay, Mater. And if you want more info, read the law or talk to someone regarding to law enforcement or lawyer and tell them what happened or
right,
and if private better and then so
we
he
just
can
had to
tell you what to do next time or make it better because that's what you're looking for to de-escalate the situation, but you don't wish this to never to happen.
there is no situation
So
anymore. It's gone. Everything's done with now.
right.
He's trying to figure out. He's just trying to figure out if we think he did the right thing or not. That's all we're talking about here.
it's difficult in those times because
Personally,
you,
if he got any closer, if he got close to the window with the knife and he pulled his knife and he got close to the window, I would have shot him. That's what
Right.
I would.
you
Now,
did
I
the best you could. I think
Right.
that's the best answer.
Right. I mean, like I said, he got close enough to where he saw me holding the gun and everything up enough to where, I mean, because he was off to my left a little bit and approaching. And like I said, I held it up where it was definitely visible.
So he backed off at that point. He kind
Yeah,
of.
I mean, and he made the comment, "Oh, so you're gonna pull a gun?" And it's like I never said anything about it. I never threatened him, saying, you know, back off, MF, or I'll shoot you.
But
I
you let
never said that.
you let
I
him
never
know
said a word.
you let him know what his chances might be if he keeps
Right.
coming
So,
close.
like I said,
That's
the
all.
only thing I did was I held it up that way. It was in plain sight, finger off the trigger, never pointed at him at all.
I mean,
So
Okay, I'll tell you what I would have done, Mater. If I were you,
you would have killed
I
him.
would have either. Do you have a
like
holster
chicken
for that?
fillet.
Do you have a holster for that? That Smith and Wesson?
No, I don't.
Okay. I would have just put it in the belt of my pants, you know, with the handle sticking out, so he could see it instead of having it in your hand. That's what I would have did. I'd have just put it in the belt of my pants, right in the front, easy access, in case he would have
Yeah,
rushed
but
me.
if I had it like that, if I didn't have my hand on it and he pulled that knife or he started punching me in you know, and everything, then I would have had to reach down and grab it. With it being in my hand already, then okay, I was already prepared in case something like that.
Yeah, but you see, there's a fine line between pulling a gun. You did not actually pull the gun on him and point it at him. Okay,
Right.
but there's a fine line in there.
There's called brandishing a firearm. There's
Right. But like
Yeah.
I said, to me, I felt threatened, and of course, here in Texas, we do have the castle doctrine. So
But
it's
you were still sitting in your car, right? You were still
correct.
sitting.
I was still sitting in the car. The
So
door
he
was
could
never open
he
or
wasn't
anything.
able to see it, Cajun, if it was in his.
Now wait a minute. You got out the car with the Smith in your hand.
No.
correct?
No, he was
Well,
still.
you didn't get out the car. Oh,
I
okay.
never
you should
opened the
have told
door.
that.
See,
So he-
I never
Yeah.
opened the door
He's
or
still
anything. I was
Even
still
Ed.
sitting in the car.
Gotcha.
Ah,
Okay. I thought
So
you got out the
here's
car.
the flip side to it, though, Mater.
Okay.
Were your windows up or down?
My window was down.
Oh,
Okay. Here's what a prosecuting attorney is going to say had you been brought up on brandishing a firearm charges.
Okay.
He would have said all you had to do was roll your window up and back up.
Okay. Who's going to try and think about that in that kind of situation?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
when
mean,
it comes
that's
to
okay.
court, that's
To
where
me,
the
that's
Monday morning quarterback comes in.
that's just how
right.
the law's written.
Right. That's easy for a prosecutor to come up with something like that. But in the mindset of the normal, everyday Joe Blow civilian, they're not going to think about something like that. Like I said, in that kind of situation, okay, I'd say, prosecutor, put yourself in that same situation. What would you have done? Would you have thought about rolling the window up and backing up? Probably not. If you got a guy coming at you and you're feeling threatened, you know you've got a gun, okay, you're going to want to protect yourself. I do have a concealed carry license, so I can use that. That gives me the right to use it to protect myself. Like I said, I felt threatened by the guy. Plain and simple.
Did the guy actually have a knife though?
He had. It appeared that he did have a knife. Is what I looked and saw when he got out of the car. It looked like he had a knife in a sheath on his belt.
See, I can't see like me. I can't carry a gun like that in New York. If I pulled that gun out, I'd be into jail, and he'd be getting away with it, even though he was in the wrong.
Yeah.
Like me, but I would have done. I would have said, "Hey, go ahead, slice me up. Then you can have a new boyfriend called. His name's Bubba, and you'll bend over and get it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Here I am. Slice me up." I mean, because it's like my state made it so. Like here's a good one. Like if you had shot him, if he came at, say he had a gun and he came at you and you shot him, right?
If he had a gun, and if I saw he was brandishing, a gun, yeah, I definitely would have shot him. But the thing about it is now I would have done the same thing like my trainer had said. Do not go for a headshot or center mass. Basically, the way he put it was, if someone's coming at you, one, you first tell them either back away or I'll shoot your nuts off, especially if it's a guy, or you shoot them in the gut.
I won't shoot I wouldn't want to shoot to kill because I wouldn't want myself. Right. Yeah, I'd shoot their leg out. I mean, because I don't care if you shoot someone and blow their kneecap off. They might lose their leg, but they'll be alive. And guess what? They'll drop that gun. If they fire at me afterwards, well, then I'll shoot for the gun.
Let me tell you this: if I've got a gun,
what's that?
If somebody comes at me that's got a gun, if somebody's waving a gun at me, I'm going to shoot him to kill him the first time. I don't care. I'm not trying to take a knee out.
See, here's the problem with that. There's a problem with that. There's a problem with that, though, because then you would open up a can of worms. Because, like, my family, if you shot me like that, even if I was in the wrong, my family's crazy. There's 7,000 members of my family in this country. We would hunt you down like a dog and put you in the ground with them. We would hunt you down like a dog.
I'm not talking about a family dispute. I'm talking about if somebody coming at me with a gun and I have a gun, I'm going to shoot to kill.
Yeah, but then you shoot them, and then their family's going to retaliate. You're better off wounding them and letting them deal with the justice system that way. Because there's some families like...
You know what, Mr. Briggs? You may be right, because I saw when I used to run the nightclub.
Let's de-escalate the conversation.
Killed outside a bar one night. No, I'm not kidding. I saw a guy get killed outside a nightclub one night over some money owed for cocaine. This guy, and he walked out, and somebody shot him and killed him. And then his family came back and killed the guy that killed him. Mr. Briggs, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you from experience, shooting at knees and shooting at arms in a situation like that, it's almost an impossible task.
You're not going to hit them, plain and simple. I don't care how good you are.
You got to shoot for the body.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And but like I said, when I went through the course for getting my concealed,
I just
carry,
hope we don't
okay,
ever see
the
anybody. That's
instructor said,
my,
do not do a headshot or center mass. It's like if it's a guy, you tell them right then and there, hey, you keep doing like that, I'm going to shoot your nuts off. Okay? And most guys are going to go, hold it, what? You're going to be doing what now? Or
oh yeah.
you shoot them in the gut because he said for a fact that if you get shot in the gut, it's literally going to go in there and hit your intestines and everything. It's going to do a lot of damage. Okay?
gunfights don't happen
Well,
like
what
that.
problem that, Maynard? I mean, there's
hang
some
on.
people.
Briggs, hang on. Okay? He also said that your chance of survival after 1 hour without medical attention significantly drops.
Hey, Mater, gunfights don't happen like that. People don't sit around and talk about, I'm going to shoot you or I'm going to shoot you and this, that. There's no discussion. You either do it or you don't.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm saying, talk to a lawyer. Kenyon says, show the gun on your belt.
Like that.
LNR says, poke it with a finger and stun him down. And Mr. Briggs, shoot him. So we have a slaughter here. A lot of hot chocolate.
No, I was just gonna say some guys you'd say shoot him in the nuts, but unless your name's Bruce Jenner, I mean he might appreciate it. You'd save money.
I think he's maybe all now. I think
Eleanor, not everyone is like you. That you look
Eleanor,
like
thank you
Justin
for
T.
that,
Austin, man.
Thank you for that Sunday thing you did a couple months ago, man. You got me so many subscribers off of that. I've got so many comments about that when you did that Sunday new guy thing you did. That was cool.
People are crazy anymore though. Just
Well, I
know.
Gun shooting thing. Let's get off the gun.
What's up, Renegade? All right. So like I said, that's I know we're this. I mean, like I said, this is something that I've never, and I will admit that's the only time I've ever actually pulled the gun out without being.
Well, you were protecting your own, so I give you credit for that, and I would do the same thing. So.
Right.
I'll give you one, Maynard, that happened to me in 2001. I just got out of active duty, and I went in the unemployment, and I was wanted to go train to be a truck driver, and because back then even no one would hire you without training. I had a choice: company training or pay for it myself. Well, the unemployment office was offering free grant money, so I went down there and applied for it, and they called me back. Oh yeah, you're all approved to pay for all truck driving school. And I said, okay. You got to take a math test, a history test, and a science test. And I said, okay. What does science have to do with driving a semi truck? Well, we want to make sure if you're scholar, but in other words, you can pass an entry exam. I said, I'm not going to college to become a doctor. I want to drive a semi truck. But anyway, so I took the test. I passed the science, passed the reading comprehension, passed everything. But they gave me algebra instead of regular fractions and all that good jazz. I'm like, dude, I sucked at algebra in school. What do I need algebra for to drive a semi truck? So their answer was to me that I have to go to school down there for a couple of weeks and then retake the test. I said, I own a house. I've been paying income tax, property tax since I was 20 years old. It's like I shouldn't have to do all this crap. And I called the state, and the state says it's up to the county to pass out the money, that they don't put that as a requirement. So why are you putting that as a requirement? You know what I'm saying? They said it's all based on your income. And they wouldn't give it to me. So I basically went and told the woman, I said, stick it up your and I'll go get the money myself. And I went to the bank and borrowed the money and just paid for it myself because I had a house. I used it as collateral. Well, so I had a start date in April, and this was like in February. And I'm sitting in my living room one day, and I get a knock at the door. I'm standing at the door. It's the town of Elmira police officer and a Corning police officer. I'm like, okay, why is there a cop standing in my door? And this is what happened. They wouldn't tell me what I was being arrested for. The town of Elmira cop. They transported me to they turned me. The town of Elmira cop had to actually arrest me and then turn me over to the Sabine County Sheriff cop. They took me up before the city court. They finally told me what I was being charged with, and I'm like, and I was being charged with threatening to blow up the unemployment office on January 1st. She did not turn me in until February 21st because I filed a discrimination law complaint against that particular unemployment office. The same woman that turned me down investigated herself. She waited over a month to turn me in. Okay?
All right, Renegade, take it easy.
If she waited over a month, then it should have been thrown out because she would have known that.
Well, no. Listen though. So they wait a month, and they gave me a date for come back, and they released me. I said, well, how do I get home? That ain't my problem. I'm 40 miles away from home. It's middle of February, and that ain't our problem. So I got home, went to court, didn't even go in there with a lawyer. I just went in there and I said, I didn't even look. The woman that actually filed the charges, I never even saw her face. She's the manager. I talked to one of the associates. This woman says I got called up and did it. Where's the video? Where's the recording of me threatening to blow it up? It's her word against mine. And she said, well, I want to see it. I want to hear this recording. Because if I did that, she should be charged with endangering the welfare of that office. Because if normal people would call immediately. If someone called someone called your boss, said they were going to blow up your building, he'd evacuate the building, call the police immediately.
Yeah.
Especially, they wouldn't wait 30 days.
Nope.
No,
So I said, I'll tell you what. They told me I was facing 25 years in prison because that's a federal offense of government building, So I said to him, I'll tell you what, bring that woman in here. If she can identify me, I'll plead guilty right now and you can sentence me right now. Bring that woman in there. I'll sit in the audience. They
didn't do it, did they?
Oh no, they brought her in. They brought her in. They thought that was a sweet deal. They thought they had me right by the proverbial ball sack.
Short hairs, yeah.
She came in, looked at, and she said, the judge said, we got formality. I want you to identify Mr. Keller. And she pointed right to the guy in the back row. I was in the front row, point to the black man in the back row. That black man says, wait a second, I didn't blow, he's freaking out. And the judge said, I never see. I'm not trying to be racist, but I've never seen a black man in my life named Scott. When he said that, everybody in that courtroom started butt effing laughing. And she came up to me, and I stood up. Hey, how you doing? All of a sudden, it kind of proved she was lying through her teeth. So they dropped the charges, and then we're walking out, and everybody was walking out. I said, wait a second. What about fucking committing perjury? Nothing was said. I tried filing charges against her. They wouldn't take it. I had to go. I went to the New York State Police. They wouldn't do it. So, I got a letter from the state of New York banning me from every unemployment office in the state of New York for 90 days, and I had to call, apologize, and send a letter and ask to come back into an unemployment office. And I said, I'm not going to do that. If I have to come into one, I'm just going to walk into one.
Yeah.
Because you weren't found guilty of anything at all.
But if you had filed slander or slander on her, perjury doesn't count. The prosecutors have to file that. You cannot. You would have to file for slander, or libel is written. So you would have had to sue her for slander.
All right, Shaggy, take it easy.
What did Shaggy say? Shaggy said he'd love to see Mr. Briggs get his ass kicked on camera. What's that on?
You like to see what?
He'd love to see Mr. Briggs get his ass beat on live stream.
Ass kicked.
Shaggy said that.
Get
Hey,
what?
I've already shut him down in one live, so I ain't gonna worry about him.
Hey, you may have shut me down, but no one's going to beat me up as far as that. That ain't going to happen.
No, I just basically told you, well, shut up, let the adults talk then when we change the
Oh,
topic.
don't try to. My radar, I'm trying to delete that.
All right, guys. He's got hot food. I've got some in there. And no, your coffee doesn't have a problem with it, so I'm not going to help you. Sorry. Poor baby.
Oh boy, Mrs. making homemade
So you're from
hamburgers.
not Mark and you're not Sandy?
Nope.
Mrs. making homemade
homemade
hamburgers
hamburgers.
tonight, Crystal. Crystal.
Let this one.
Crystal. Mrs. making homemade hamburgers tonight.
Ooh.
I wish you could. I wish we could.
I got hamburger meat to do that. I just need some onions. So.
Yeah.
I may get that tomorrow.
We got onion, don't we?
I used it.
Oh, did
Shit, I keep 10-pound of onions on hand at all times. When
Yeah.
I get to my last 3 pounds, I'll buy another 3 or 6 pounds.
I don't use them that fast.
We use a lot. Yeah, but Cajun cooking uses a lot of onions in our gravies and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I learned to put onions on every dinner.
Yeah, that's,
everything
Hey,
I
I
eat.
like to fry, but just cut potatoes up and fry potatoes and throw onions in with it and fry that.
Oh,
Oh, I love doing that. Especially
yes.
some bell peppers with one jalapeno in it. Oh, love it.
It's,
And
But
on
no,
the burger also.
This is Chilean pasta and leftover spaghetti and not spaghetti sauce with elbows, because I didn't put regular spaghetti noodles in it. And the sauce has extra meat, and it's got onions and tomatoes and all that in it, besides the store-bought sauce.
wow.
But I'll take the store-bought as a base and then add.
Make your own flavor from the store bought. Yeah.
Yep.
And if I had my spice set up that I did in Oklahoma, he wouldn't know what to do with it.
I might.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't. Trust me, you wouldn't.
Wait, what are you eating tonight, Mater?
Hey, I didn't cook it. She did.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain.
It's kind of left over from last night. It's basically
And I put cheese on top. That's why it looks.
Is your name Crystal, right?
Yes, Crystal, and you'll see me in chat as
Crystalline.
Crystalline Sky.
I noticed that you talked to me, right?
Yes.
Later, I wouldn't complain. I had somebody cook for me, man.
Crystalline watch later because I think he will put Cheerios. I think he has it on his basement somewhere.
Thank
with
God we
Cheerios.
don't have Cheerios in the house.
Yeah. Cheerios and bananas and something. I don't know what that stuff is.
Hey, banana without the peeling. Without the peeling.
yeah, still got the banana still has the peeling on it. Correct.
I'm just saying,
that was it.
even that meal that you guys are talking about is still better than some of the stuff I've had in some of these countries I've been to.
Mm.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh,
We
yeah.
get that. But Cajun, that's a special way to marinate the banana and make it special. Yeah.
Like
I'll
I said,
tell you what.
wait till I
I'll
cook
tell
some
you
hot
what.
dogs.
I think I'd rather eat. I never ate balut in the
Ew,
Philippines.
God.
I think I'd rather eat balut than Mater's cooking.
I've eaten balut before.
I'll assure you.
And I'll tell you what, I've heard it's awesome. I heard it's good. You know,
It's an acquired taste. Either you
Oh,
like it
you
or
took
you
the
don't.
words out of my mouth. I was fixing to say I heard it's an acquired taste. A buddy of mine, his mama was Filipino. His daddy was from Mississippi. And don't ask me how them two hooked up. You know, Filipino and a Mississippi Southern Coast redneck, Cajun. But they hooked up, and I never had the chance to eat it. If I would have the chance to eat a real balut egg, you know, with the chicken halfway grown in it,
The duck.
you know, done the Filipino way. Okay, not somebody that don't know how to do it. Get food poisoning with this shit. You know.
Oh,
Oh, look at that beautiful
ask
piece
him
of
about the,
iron right there, boy.
Ask him about Cajun. Ask him about the 100-year-old egg.
The 100-year-old egg.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I
million
lost
year-
track with
I can't
Neil.
remember
His,
if it's
his name was
100-year-old or
Neil.
million-year-old egg, but it's
My
another
buddy
challenge.
that was half Filipino, his name was Neil. He was one of my carpenter helpers.
It will be 1 week banana.
I lost
Mater style.
contact with him right after Katrina. I lost contact with him.
So I don't know because they live right on the coast, right there in Waveland.
Man, Kenyon, when you peel out that banana from Kenyon,
touch it.
you will see your ancestors. Oh,
Now I'll tell you what I do like. I love kimchi, which is Korean food.
Yeah.
Fermented cabbage and vegetable and stuff in the ground.
With
Kimchi.
spicy stuff. Yeah.
I love that stuff,
Oh,
man.
that's awesome.
Yeah, you don't get when you eat in Korea, you don't get a lot of meat. There's a lot of vegetables and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. China, same way, just about Chinese
And-
food, a lot of vegetables, rice, some meat, you know. Yeah, meat's a meat is
down in Busan
uh,
and Chinhae in Korea.
when they get meat in China, it's like how you call that? Like okay, we high on the hog right now, you know.
Yeah.
Don't you mean cat?
No, I never ate
No,
cat.
that's Thailand.
I ate cat once when I was in the service. I'm not gonna lie. I was in Japan and they were serving cats and dogs.
I've eaten cat and dog before, and horse.
That's the street vendors in Thailand.
Yes.
You know, between rat and seagull and oh here have some chicken. Where'd you get the chicken? And they start pointing at the seagulls, and it's like, oh, okay, thanks. No.
Seagulls. Seagulls are. I tried seagull one time. It's put it this way: it's a fishy tasting meat, and you don't have to add salt to it.
Hey, Cajun, I had to start laughing when you said you never ate cat before.
I'm talking about the animal cat.
I'm talking about the other kind.
I was speaking of the animal, a feline cat. Okay. Meow, 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 meow.
I was in Korea one winter.
A buddy of mine, we were there at one of those markets, and they had a beautiful chocolate lab, and they were ready to butcher it. And he said to him, "I want the whole dog." And they went to he said, "I'll cook it myself." And that guy said $10 American. He gave him the $10. He took it back to the base and said, "How you cook it at home?" But they let him keep it. They actually let him keep it, and he shipped it home. And I think it paid $2,000.
Wow.
So I was in Korea one winter. I was in Korea one winter, and we were on a 50 cal range. I want to say it was either Camp Story or Mujuk. I don't remember which one. And there were deer running around out towards the side of the mountain. And of course, we had a couple of rednecks that were from the country and stuff like that. And then you had a couple of city guys, so on and so forth. And we were talking with the Republic of Korea Marines, and we were talking about how, like, those were nice sized deer. We would have shot them back home. And they looked at us like we had a third finger growing on our forehead because they don't eat deer. And we were talking about it, and we're like, well, in America, we don't eat dogs and cats. And they're like, why not? So it was like this 45-minute long conversation back and forth about the different animals and the different ways they cook it. So they basically cook dog just like we would beef back home.
Yeah. Or a rabbit or a squirrel. Yeah. Because hey, it's wild over there. Actually, dogs and cats are wild.
Yes.
So it's not like a household pet or anything. And they just like us killing a rabbit and eating it. You know, some people were like, rabbit? You eat rabbit? Well, yeah.
I like to see anybody. Hey, the one thing I like to see anybody on panel or in the chat have a burger like they had in the movie Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Okay, wait a minute. Judge
You're thinking
Dredd.
of Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Was Demolition Man?
Demolition Man.
Okay. Yeah, Demolition. Okay,
yeah,
you're right.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I remember that part. He goes,
Yeah.
They go, "It ain't beef." He said, "Well, what is it? It's rat." Sylvester Stallone reached out. Hey, tastes good to me.
Yep, it's the best rat burger I've had in a long time.
And see, when
No,
it
you're
comes
right,
to stuff
Alan.
like
Yeah.
that, none
It
of
is,
that
yeah.
bothers me. I'll eat anything at least once. If I like it, I'll eat it again, no matter what it is. The cat and dog I ate, it tasted good. Now, am I going to go to PetSmart and buy a cat and put it on the grill tomorrow night? No.
Nope.
But if somebody were to have it someplace, I would eat
But
it again.
Guys,
you know,
go
it's
fund
funny.
me for LNR to go and travel and eat at Mater's house.
I got one for you though. There was at the SPCA, they got like they got rabbits galore because with this everything that's going on, people have to give up their pets. Some guy there was a rabbit there. It must have weighed 20 pounds. It was huge. The guy went and paid, and they were giving it away for free. He adopted the rabbit. They made him take the cage and that. And he signed all the paperwork and that. And he went out in the parking lot and chopped its head off and threw the head in the back of the truck and put it in a cooler. And they tried they couldn't believe it. They called the police on him.
Hey, what's that swamp right now that's overpopulated? Everybody's eating now. It's cooking up good. Nugent, what's it called?
You're talking to me, Bob?
Yeah, I was going to ask you what that overgrown rat that's overpopulating Louisiana. Is it Nugent?
Nutria.
What's it called?
Nutrirat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just say Nutrirat down here.
It's turned into a delicacy. I mean,
Nutrirat.
people like cook it right. It's really
Look, yeah, it is. It's a delicacy down here, Nutrirat.
We have them in the western part of North Carolina, too.
It's from South America originally.
Yeah, it was imported.
They had a bunch of them over here at Avery Island, where the Tabasco plant's at. And Hurricane Audrey hit 1957, and there were a few other places that had them. There was experimental for eating, because all they eat is vegetation, like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay, but they rabbits don't swim like a Nutrirat does and eat the water vegetation. So they brought nutrients over here, and they was doing an experiment with them, in caged up, and then Hurricane Audrey hit, and they got loose. Well, they overpopulated
populate like rabbits.
everything. But hey, when you skin them, they look like a rabbit, exactly like rabbit meat, and they taste exactly like rabbit meat. Hey, they're a delicacy in the New Orleans restaurant. People are buying that left and right.
What the hell is a Nutrirat?
It's a South American animal.
Basically, it's like a mixture of a beaver and a.
It's about an 8 pound.
It kind of You might mistake them for a small beaver because they're small. We get them big. Okay, once we skin them and put them on the stretcher, the hides will be 24, 26 inches long on the stretcher. But that's stretched. Okay, they're a good sized rat. Okay, put it this way: if you carrying 2 on each shoulder in the marsh, when you're tramping, you carrying 2 or 3 on each shoulder, you got some weight on you.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about some fine eating, man. Cool. They actually it's better than rabbit.
Yeah, but now would you eat? Some people ask all the time, would you eat your dog if you were hungry enough?
No.
No, because my dog is my friend, and I ain't gonna eat my friend.
Oh, I wouldn't either. Believe me. Someone told me I would like a couple years ago when we had a bad snowstorm. We were talking about that, and he said you'd eat your dog if you were snowed in, and you were going to starve. I'd rather starve to eat Mr. Briggs.
Yeah. I'd die before eating my puppy dog.
No, man.
You heard that? You heard my dog bark. He was like, I agree with you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. I agree.
No, I'd eat the
you
neighbor's
saying
dog
your
because
dog's
it's
in the same
annoying,
room?
but not mine.
It's already dead. I'm with people eating other humans. They like it. You get strange.
Actually, I think my dog was barking at Briggs for saying, would you eat your dog? And as soon as he said that, and I said no, then my dog started barking at Briggs.
He took off the other way too, dude.
Oh yeah, but
hey, look, I got a little long hair chihuahua, okay, and
that's like 5 hot dogs there.
She tries to get up in the bed. She don't jump in the bed or nothing. She tries to get up, so I'll pick her up. I'll put her at the foot of the bed, and she'll sleep with me and Missy. And she pees on her pad. She has a pad. She do her business on the pad and stuff. And as long as I'm in the bed, I don't care if she's on the floor in her little bed, her little dog bed on the floor, little round pillow-looking thing.
Yeah.
Like a miniature swimming pool. Okay, it's got the big round ring and it's got the cushion in
like
the
a
bottom.
semicircular thing. Yeah.
That's what my Gizmo's got one of those in here and one in the bedroom.
If I'm sleeping, I don't care how late I sleep, 11, 12 o'clock, noon, that dog's going to be in that bed right there next to me or right there at the foot of my bed. When I get up, she'll get up. And I'll go to the bathroom. She'll go to the bathroom. That's where her pad's at, in the bathroom in a little corner. And she'll do her business while I'm doing mine.
Yeah, they do that to protect the owner.
Yeah, it's just like
she's a daddy dog, not a mama dog. She took to me more than Missy.
Oh yeah.
That can happen also.
Yeah, my Gizmo's that way. He was when I found him as soon as we got him in the house, boy, he took right to my wife, and then when my wife passed, me and him have been tight.
That's my mother's dog's name, Gizmo. She's got a teacup Chihuahua.
Yeah, he's not a teacup. He's a full-blooded.
I love them little teacup dogs. Oh man,
I could never own one. It's just too tiny. I could never have one of them.
Yeah, her dog.
Yeah, I'd be scared to step on one or roll over on it.
I found her dog. I found her dog in a garbage can at a rest area.
Wow.
And when we found him, half his teeth had been pulled out with pliers. It looked like he had like 3 teeth left.
Oh my God.
That were, oh yeah, and took it to the vet. The SPCA, you have to turn them into the SPCA and wait 90 days by law if you get caught with them. So they microchipped them. Found the owner. The owner actually was from Florida, and they openly admit they called him up and said, "We found your dog in a garbage can," and people in Florida said, "Yep, we put him there."
Wow.
They were up here visiting. And the dog wouldn't stop whining. The guy admitted over the phone that he pulled the teeth out and that, and with a pair of pliers, and I guess he was like, and they would not extradite him. They said, "Well, don't ever come back up here. You'll go to jail." And the guy said, whatever. So we took him. He was 9 years old then. That was 10 years ago. That dog is 19 years old.
Yeah.
Now that's a guy that needs a real ass whipping.
Yeah.
Whoever did that to that dog needs a real ass whipping. That's a guy that's ass whipping.
Oh, I couldn't believe how every time like we went and had to get his rabies shot. We don't do it. I mean, the dog basically sleeps out. He's either sleeping in a chair or sleeping next to my mother's bed, and that's it. And they go, we got his rabies shot only because stupid. You don't go outside. He uses a wee pad, but I asked, how long is this dog going to live? The vet told us there's dogs like that have gone 25 years.
Wow. Yep. Mine's
whoever that guy was that put that dog in that garbage can, they just butt whip big time.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
No, you don't need a butt whip. He needs to have his teeth pulled out with a pair of pliers and thrown in a freaking garbage can.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just trying to be nice on a lot.
Yeah, my little guy's about 15. And he still runs around like he's 6.
Well, he's blind. He's blind as a bat. I mean, and one eye. The one eye. They think he hit him with something because his one eye looks like a glass marble, and the other one's almost blind. He can bear. I know he can't see, but he walks to the bed, from the bedroom to the living room. Barks. They put him in the chair. He sleeps in the chair 90% of the time. But when I found him, he hadn't been fixed. And I felt sorry for that dog because he was
later, closer.
Okay.
Hey, I got my well-seasoned hot dog tongs we can use on that guy.
No, man.
There you go. Yeah.
And,
No,
well,
my little guy's got all his teeth too.
if you're going to use that, you gotta use the screws with full of rust that Cajun
Okay,
suggested.
hey, Brian,
Hey,
did you
and
see?
to stop the
Did you
bleeding,
see? Brian, did
Yeah.
you see Mater's cooking video when he was turning the hot dogs over on the grill with
That's a
them
cute
pliers?
No, I
they're
didn't.
well
Well,
seasoned.
that's his hot dog tongs, his
Yeah,
pliers.
that's my well seasoned hot dog tongs.
Yeah,
Maynard,
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
He
take a
wasn't
hot
talking
dog.
about. He wasn't talking about pulling a dog's teeth with those. That's his hot dog tongs.
There's my little gizmo right there.
Yeah. What's up, Gizmo?
Oh,
Ryan,
my God.
15 years old, and his eyes are still clear, and he's still got all his teeth, and he's
Yeah.
still rambunctious as ever.
Yeah.
No, I want to see you take a hot dog, Maynard, and put a nail in each end, a rusty nail in each end, and turn it that way. You know.
Well, yeah. I was telling him to do that about a week ago, right after the video came out. I said, take 2 rusty screws, put on each end, and use them like a corn on the cob holder. And when you get to the screw, just throw that part of the meat away.
Now,
No,
if I'm
no,
gonna
he's got to
do
eat it
that,
like a
I'm
corn on a cob too, and just go back and forth until it's all
Let-
gone.
if
Let me
I'm
say
gonna
so-
do that, hey, if I'm gonna use a couple of rusty nails, I'll cook them CSI way.
There
Let
you
me
go.
say something to it. No creo, no, no. Meire haciendo arroz con gandules, con eso, con esas pinzas que le llamaban, eso es asqueroso, loco. No, mano. No way that's happening. Eso no va a pasar, loco.
No way, Jose.
No way, Ed. Mater is not cooking Puerto Rican food. No way. I will not allow him.
Hey, hey, you sound like my niece. I took my niece camping once when she was about 8 years old, and so we went camping, and I got her own separate tent and parked it next to mine, and she slept the whole night without getting into mine. But anyways, that night for dinner, she said, "What's for dinner?" Well, we're camping. We're gonna do a redneck style, and she didn't know what I was talking about. We're gonna make grilled cheese sandwich. Well, how you gonna make a grilled cheese sandwich? You have no frying pan. You have no stove. I roughed it. I said, over the fire. How you gonna do that? And we went and found it. I went and found the stick. It just held it over the campfire. I buttered the bread, held it over the campfire, ran a stick through it. Man, that girl grossed out so bad because the stick started to burn, and then it started to. They were charcoal. I ain't eating that. Well.
Turn into corn cheese dog, right? Corn dog.
Ed, por lo menos que sea Craftman. Ed, Craftman. No árbol free.
Wow.
Coge vergüenza, loco, coge vergüenza. Eso es lo que tú necesitas, vergüenza.
Me no comprende.
I'm just telling that he has no shame. But in Spanish, he has like another. We don't see it like that. We see it like, did your mother didn't taught you any manners, but it's more on with a feeling with a love and a little humor, and that's the equivalent. That would be the equivalent, like don't do that, little kid. I think it's in English. I'll do that in my stomach, something like that. But but that's what I was saying to it. So I'm not talking smack about any one of you guys, except Mater. No, I just said the Mater is no way cooking Puerto Rican food. I will not allow him. That's what I said. So everything's cool with him. And Mater is a good sport.
Hey, I'll be willing to try just about anything. I mean, I've had Korean. I've had Vietnamese.
Ed, you're giving him ideas.
The only thing I didn't like Vietnamese was the soup and everything. It was good. The only problem was that the next day, both my girlfriend and I, and this was a girlfriend I had from years ago, not Crystal. Boy, did it give us a case of gas. And it's like, you didn't want to be around either one of us. Because, I mean, no matter what we did, hey, it was coming out. I don't know what they put in that soup and everything, but, oh.
Mater, I have an idea. Why don't you try to do Cajun food?
Never
Just
tried.
a little Cajun.
I could.
A little Cajun food.
I could try it.
Well, I prefer the Christine tried to Puerto Rican food.
Maynard,
She seems to cook nice.
Someone last week got in the chat. I didn't catch it till the stream was almost ended. But someone put in the chat, wonder if Cajun would be crazy enough to drink a bottle of hot sauce. And I said, I was thinking to myself, probably.
Nope. Not me.
Oh God, piss kitty alert! Wow. Roll the window.
I know everybody wants to rag me on my cooking and everything, but I look like this. I have cooked, and like I said, I put it in the chat earlier. So far, nobody has died or gotten sick from my cooking yet.
I've cooked like that over many years over a campfire like that. I've made a rotisserie with sticks like they did in the Boy Scout days. That's where I learned to do it. So guess what? What you're doing don't gross me out.
Now, like I said, now I will admit, the cooking hot dog video, that was all a joke.
It
was all planned out and everything, and I mean, actually, I looked, it's like, what can I use? I was like, let me grab these rusty old pliers and everything.
I know something you could cook to gross people out. You take an old soup can, wash it out real good, leave it outside for a couple of weeks, like it'll real rusty on the inside. Then rinse it out, and they make oatmeal over that stove in a rusty soup can.
Why not? I can try that.
Hey, think about it. A rusty soup can. Boil the water in there, then put the oatmeal in there, and then eat it out of the can.
What's a lazy man's grilled cheese, Breezy?
Well, you should go down, Illinois, to comments down.
What is that? Will you take and put it on the exhaust manifold?
Use an iron to cook it?
Or the radiator?
Hey, when I worked for a blacktop company, we used to take a whole chicken, a raw whole chicken, cover it, the whole chicken, put the spices on it, the butter, whatever you want to do, cover the thing in aluminum foil and put it in the hot blacktop while you're driving down the road. And then you put it at the front of the truck. After the truck is loaded, you bury it with the shovel in the blacktop. And by the time you got to the end, it was lunchtime. That chicken would be totally cooked and perfect.
Please give me a chance, Briggs. Give me a chance just to read this out. GM85, his able agree. Mater's cooking was worse than military rations. Even the universities.
Yeah, that was last night. That was last night, and Ed the old tech guys. Well, the council meeting. Okay, that was last night. Anthony Robles had his magic 8-ball, and that question was asked: is Mater's cooking as good as sea ration? I think I said it right. Like, no. And then one said maybe, and the other one was definitely no. But hey, I love sea rations. The old sea rations and K rations. Hey, I love those things. Okay.
How about MREs?
Now, MREs, I love them, and they are actually better than the old K rations. Like World War II.
I'll take an MRE any day of the week.
And Korea. Oh, MREs are good compared to the old K and C rations.
Oh yeah.
I remember those days, the MRE days.
It's still MRE days right now.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
talking when I
they
was
were-
actually in the military eating them. I'm not talking
Oh.
about the ones now.
Okay, let me read that too.
Hey,
Aiden,
Adam.
mount.
There you go.
Adam, a small town machine shop saved that rack for Mater spaghetti. He did it for the flavor, bro. Eso es asqueroso, brother. Eso es asqueroso. No hagas eso, no digas eso.
Throw the rag in the sauce and it'll give it some flavor. There you go, Ed.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think the worst steaks I had, but at the time they were the best steaks I had, were we were out on a combat outpost field in the middle of Afghanistan, and we had the army with us, and they didn't bring no lighter fluid for the charcoal, so we fired up the charcoal with JP8, and that stuff didn't burn off.
Oh.
So it added extra flavor.
Oh yeah, it definitely added some flavor to those steaks. Let me tell you.
I can
We
imagine.
cooked a
still-
couple of steaks in on the HESCO barriers, the metal,
Yeah.
and that left
That's
the
common,
weirdest
man.
taste inside of the steaks I've ever had in my
Yeah,
life.
that galvanized metal. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure it did.
You're back, Shaggy? Thought you were leaving.
But they still beat the steaks they tried to service in under the flag. Those things that the British TCNs were cooking. Oh, I had heartburn for days. They called it what was it? Surf and turf or something like that. Oh my god.
Mm.
All right,
Yeah, like-
now,
like-
Brian, have you ever had a steak so tasty you do not need any steak sauce with it whatsoever?
I don't use steak sauce on any of my steaks. Ever.
We have a steakhouse here in Ennis.
Mm.
I've been to it about 4 times, and I have yet to put steak sauce on the steak.
That's when you got a good steakhouse cook.
That's good.
Yeah. To me, if you need to put any kind of steak sauce or anything on a steak, then it wasn't done right to begin with.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what. The best steak you can ever cook, okay? I'm going to still have a little bit of steak sauce on the side. One of my favorites was, they don't make it anymore. Well, they do. They do make it now.
Yeah, I bet it's Liam Perrin.
It got bought out. Lee and Perrin's steak
I knew
sauce.
I knew it was Liam Perrin because that's my favorite one too, with the orange label on it.
Yeah, with the with the orange label. Lee and Perrin's steak sauce, not Worcestershire sauce.
Yep,
Steak
yep,
sauce.
with the orange label.
Man, look, back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, that was the filet mignon of steak sauces. That's the only steak sauce that Heinz bought Lee and Perrin's out, that steak sauce brand. That is the filet mignon of steak sauces.
Yeah, my dad used to love that stuff. He put that.
Hey,
he put that
great,
stuff
hey,
on.
Jungle Bob, great minds think alike, bro.
Y'all can laugh all you want, man. That stuff is good.
Yeah, he put that stuff on. He put that stuff on hamburgers. He put that stuff on everything.
Mater spaghetti is not called surf and turf. It's called literal football turf and cigarettes.
See, the whole, if you have to use a steak sauce on a steak, it wasn't cooked right.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's 90% true. Even a very well cooked steak, it's like tea. We put sugar in tea to make it better. So
I think a little salt, pepper,
now I won't use like the Heinz or the A1 steak sauce with one of those really good steaks. I'll use like a homemade steak sauce that somebody actually flavors and whatnot with it.
Okay. I can agree with that. And like I was saying earlier, until Bob agreed with me on the Lee and Perrin's, I've been in South Louisiana all my life, and I've been just about to every best steakhouse there was. And I mean some awesome steaks, okay? That thick. All right, ribeyes I'm talking about, okay, or New York strip, or the prime rib. All right, I'll always, say Yeah, I do like my steaks without steak sauce, but about every fourth bite of steak, I'll put it in that Lee and Perrin steak
Yeah,
sauce.
dip a little bit, and
That
Uh,
stuff is awesome. If
that
y'all
Lee
never
Perrin,
had Lee and Perrins, then y'all don't know what me and Jungle Bob are talking about. I'm
yeah, that
serious.
stuff was awesome. My grandfather turned me on that. My mother, and you can't find it anymore. The stuff we're talking about, hardly.
Yeah, you still can't find it. You have to go to your supermarket and have
Yeah.
them order it for you
You can
because
get it.
Heinz bought them out, but it's still the same recipe.
Yeah. It's some good
Yeah,
stuff, guys. I'm telling you.
I've
Works
heard
good.
that.
Hey, it's good on pork chops too. Like if you got some
Oh hell yeah, I can
grilled
put
pork
it on
chops.
chicken or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. Stuff good.
well,
Man,
Shaggy
Well, heck, you
said
can
that.
you can buy it on Amazon. Look at that.
Yeah, you
Lee
can.
and Perrin steak
Yep.
sauce or Worcestershire sauce?
No, traditional steak sauce. Lee and Perrin.
Okay, all right. Does it
Oh,
say the filet of steak sauces on the wrapper?
Um,
There's two different labels. There's two different labels.
let me just share the screen that way you can see it.
Okay.
There's two different
Shaggy,
labels.
I wanted to say this that Shaggy said that the roof is done, so he
Yeah,
deserves.
no one got hurt.
Congrats, yeah, no one got hurt. Oh, did he put sauce?
Nope, 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 nope,
Okay.
nope, nope.
Yeah, you gotta make that bigger,
Hold on.
Brian.
Hold
That's
on.
not
Let me
it.
pick.
Now that's the Worcestershire that's wrapped up.
Okay, that's the
The Sesame
bold.
sauce.
Okay,
Not it.
that's
That's not it.
that's not the one. No. In fact, the
Nope,
other one
that's not
didn't
one.
say bold.
This will be
It was
a tube that comes down with a squared bottle, rectangle bottle on the side. On the bottom side, will have an orange label on the front.
yeah, and it'll be an orange
Yeah,
wrapper.
yeah.
So it'll be like the Worcestershire
It'll be
bottle,
like
Okay.
but
that, except it'll have an orange. It'll have an orange label around it. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
they make it.
they don't make it in the orange label anymore because Heinz owns it now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but if you could
He's
find an
exactly right.
old original, it would have the orange wrapper
Yep.
like that, and it wouldn't say
Mark.
bold.
Yeah. He's exactly right. Kind of like that orange color right there on the one on the right, like this one coming up. Yeah. But that's not it either.
mm,
They don't make it no more.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Heinz makes it though under the Heinz name, but it's still called Lee and Perrins. It's still the same Lee and Perrins, but it's not the bold one.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. I haven't been able to find it since the.
Yeah, your local grocery store can order it. They just
Yeah,
don't
they
know
won't.
about it.
But it's just a different kind of taste. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's the best.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend of mine that turned me on to it about 25 years ago, 30 years, about 30 years ago. Well, yeah, my daughter's 30. So, yeah, it was about 30 years ago. A friend of mine turned me on to that Lee and Perrin steak sauce. And I'll tell you what, I never, I'd rather eat a steak with no steak sauce uh, if I can't find the Lee and Perrins.
How's the prices down there, Maynard, for up here? I went through. I drive through a Burger King on the way to work the other day. I saw they want $15 for 2 hamburgers, just the hamburgers.
What?
Wow.
Where?
Now,
Where?
Where?
in New York?
$7.50 for a Whopper. $7.50 for a Whopper.
Damn.
No way. No
That's
way.
high. That's expensive.
And I looked at that and I said, I could go, and I showed him a menu that on the phone. Look at this. I can go get a steak dinner at Texas Roadhouse or
Where?
Outback for 11.
Put me up on the thing. Put me up on the camera. Hold on. Look at here, Mr. Briggs. There's a coupon for 2 Whoppers for $8.99. You get some fries and 2 drinks.
Yep, that's right.
No,
$9. Two Whoppers,
I'd ar-
2 fries, and 2 Cokes down here. A coupon.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
We get them. I get them in the mail all the time like that.
I do too.
No, they
no,
get
man, that's not a real
ham-
burger.
But up in New York, you live up north, don't you, Mr. Briggs?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
very
everything's higher up there.
rarely eat at fast food restaurants like that. Oh, somebody just opened a Jimbo's down the road, a mom and pop burger place. It was for sale. I don't know if Jimbo himself reopened it because he couldn't sell the place, or somebody
Yeah.
bought it. But it's open right now, and those
Really?
are some of the best burger. That's going to be the best burger in town. But
Yeah.
that and Ruby's Cafe, Ruby's
Well-
Diner, those two are the best in town.
Grandpa's Adventure said it right on one of his streams. Some of the best hamburger food you can get is in a bar. The old
Yeah.
bar and grills.
Yeah,
Most
bar and
definitely.
grill. Yeah, that's right.
Definitely. I love old guys that used to go in old joints. You know, you get you a cheeseburger and fries. You know. Yeah, excellent.
Hey Briggs, have you heard about that? There's a place up there in New York. I don't remember where, but they actually cook hamburgers on a flame, or they stand them up on the edge and everything over a flame grill, and they won't let you have any ketchup at all. It's supposed to be
Yes.
like the oldest place where
Yeah.
hamburgers were supposed to have been.
I've heard of it. I can't remember where it's at, but I think I've eaten
I can't remember the name.
My
It's in downtown.
I think I saw
Believe
it
it or
on a
not,
show.
It's in downtown
Five
New York.
Guys. Five Guys is cheaper than Burger King now. I can get. I shopped at Five Guys. Hell, I get a Five Guys burger for. I think it's like $8 for one, or if I buy two, it's 11. It's actually cheaper to buy 2 Five Guys burgers.
I would say Five Guys is decent. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. So if I have to pick a place to eat here in Tennessee, will be Five Guys because I haven't
like-
seen better.
Five
Where I'm
Guys
at,
and Red
so-
Robin is what I have here that I like to go to. Burger King sourdough bacon cheeseburger that they bring back and take away, and make me cry every time they get rid of it. It's the only thing I like. And I wish we had a Hardee's here, because I love a Hardy Frisco burger.
Oh man, there's Hardy here everywhere. I think the
yeah,
best
see, there's
burger.
Hardee's here, and I can't stand it.
I love the
No, I
Frisco.
don't like it. I'll be honest. If we can eat out, or have the opportunity, me and my sister will go like, let's better get to our home and make it. It's better and cheaper.
It's in Connecticut. Louis Hamburgers. I think we're talking about where they do the side fryers.
There's no Louis here, if you're asking. Where I'm at, no. Five Guys is the one they have.
And
Five Guys. I've heard of Five Guys burgers.
Decent.
Oh,
I would say that's
good.
decent.
I've heard of Five Guys, and
You won't feel bad.
I had an In-N-Out burger in Arizona one time, and an In-N-Out burger was very, very decent burger. Okay.
I'm waiting to go in and out. Here, still not in Tennessee, but I'm waiting. Let's see.
What I like about Hardee's is their chicken fried steak biscuit for breakfast.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Yeah.
It's a like a
That
cube
sounds
steak,
more like
deep
that.
fried
bro.
beef. Oh man,
Yeah, out here
I love their chicken fried steak.
out here we
biscuit.
call them Carl's Jr.
yep,
Yeah, but you can't
Carl's
find a
Jr.
Carl's
Hardee's
Jr. in Arizona, in Tucson. Carl's Jr. doesn't have the chicken fried steak biscuit for some reason. I don't know why. They don't.
Yeah, and they're the same.
Yeah, that chicken fried steak biscuit's good. He's right.
And see, my wife being from San Antonio, she always talked
I
about
could have
Whataburger,
swore
and I
seen
did
it
not
when I
like
was
that
there.
either. I was not impressed with
That party,
Whataburger whatsoever.
one third patty.
Wait. Hold on, Eleanor. Hold on, Eleanor was saying something. Would you
I was
say
saying
it?
my
Ken?
wife being from San Antonio, the first time we went to Texas that I ever went there as an adult, she was talking about Whataburger the whole time, hyping it up, this and that. I got there and I just was not impressed with it whatsoever. I've eaten it one time and I just no desire to ever eat at Whataburger again.
Oh, I love Whataburger burger.
So do
Oh,
I.
yeah.
I got some coupons I was showing to Crystal that someone gave me today. Where was it the Pico the Gallo burger? You can get that free. All you gotta do is buy the I think medium fries and a drink and everything.
There's several price for what it is.
Right. But now, hey, I do know that when I took Crystal up to Muskogee, up to the castle at Muskogee for her birthday and everything, we did stop off at a In-N-Out. She said she liked it.
Yeah, I had an In-N-Out. I had an In-N-Out burger in Phoenix, Arizona. We were going up to Lake Powell up in Page, Arizona, way at the top by the Utah border. I had an In-N-Out burger on the way back from our vacation. Had an In-N-Out burger, but it was not quite the Whataburger. Whataburger to me is better than In-N-Out. There's only very few now. Ken, Eleanor, you might have got a limit. Okay, you might have got a bad burger or something, which I did have a bad burger at Whataburger one time, and I complained about it. They gave me another one. You know, they gave me a card for a free meal later.
Yep.
So they can miss it. They can miss a burger.
The burger was good, but I think what happened is my wife had hyped it up so much that I was expecting a lot more. So it just, I mean, like I said, it was decent. It wasn't, by no means was it the worst burger I've ever had, but I was not impressed with it, and I was very disappointed.
Okay, I got a question for you, Ken. How long did you have to wait for your burger? Did you sit down at the table and they brought you the burger, or did they serve it to you right away?
It didn't take long, but we did have to wait a minute or two because there were 5 of us ordering.
Yeah, well then, if the Whataburger's down here, you have to sit down and wait for your meal, and they bring you your meal.
Yep.
Down here.
Right. Crystal and I, as a matter of fact, before Money actually showed up, which I know right now I've just mentioned his name. I'm surprised he ain't popped up in chat. But Crystal and I, we actually went to the Whataburger here in Ennis on that Friday. It took about 35 minutes for them to get us our order. Of course, now that whole order was definitely a nightmare. Okay, we were both upset about it, but the following day we met Money and everything. When he got that $100 bill from me, we went to another Whataburger. We placed the exact same order. 10 minutes later, we had our food. Everything was fine. Not a problem. It could have been that you went that particular Whataburger. They might have had a bad cook or whatever it was. They might have just served you. You know, it might have just been the way the crew was working that day. Grisline, we've had a bad experience at Whataburger, but we've had good experience too.
Me too. I had a couple of bad experiences at Whataburger, but most of my visits there, we have one in Lafayette, and if next time I go to Lafayette, guess what? I'm going to that Whataburger because they cook a good burger. Now, Ken, was your bun lightly toasted on the bottom? Like,
I'll be honest with you.
They put it on the grill?
I really don't remember. It was almost 7 years ago.
Okay. Now, they do offer, I think, some of the Whataburgers, it depends on where you were at. Some restaurants, Whataburger restaurants,
grill their onions instead of serving raw onions. I like my onions raw and diced. I don't like a onion ring, a round ring, small and a big one.
Yep.
3 onion rings, not deep fried, but 3 raw onion
I know
rings.
what you mean.
I like mine diced up on my burger. That's
Yep.
how I was raised up with the pool hall hamburgers down here that had it was a restaurant bar, or diner
We had a
bar.
we had a bar here like that, called Blondie's, and
Something.
they had a Dagwood burger, and it was 3/4 of a pound of meat. There were 6 patties on it, and the buns, they put a bun in the middle, sort of like a Big Mac, but yep. And they burned the toast. They served on sourdough bread. The inside of the bun of the slice of bread was actually burnt, and the outside was lightly toasted. And it sounds gross, but it was actually awesome. But it had 3 patties on it, steak fries, onions,
Take care, Gary.
lettuce, the whole
Hi,
thing,
Gary.
tomatoes. It was awesome.
Yep.
Now,
You can
I will
actually,
say-
there's a,
Hi, Gary.
I don't care what fast food restaurant,
Hi, Gary.
but there is always something what they call the hidden menu. Okay, and there's a video out there. The guy actually tells you about it, and every single fast food joint has got something that is not normally on the menu, but they can make it. Okay,
Yeah, In-N-Out
and
has what they call animal style.
right. I know that there is a sandwich at Arby's. I would like to actually try. It's $15, but it's not on their regular menu. Okay, but you can actually go in there and tell them, "Hey, I want this," and they will make it. It is every single piece of meat that they serve on that sandwich. But it's $15. But I've been told it's almost 3 inches tall.
And there's
Yes.
Brandon.
Our Arby's does that on special about once or twice a year. They'll call it their everything sandwich.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
you can
like-
walk in any time and get it.
Oh yeah, I know that, but they offer it on special every 2 or 3 times a year, and when it's on special, it's $9. Regular price, it's like 15, I think it is, like you said, yeah. But when they put on sale for $9, zoom, people are flying in there.
Yep. I know that In-N-Out, they've got one. I think it's called the Heart Attack, and I think it's 6 patties on the burger. Yeah, but I think they call it the Heart Attack.
You're talking about the restaurant, Mater?
Yeah, and In-N-Out. Yeah, you can go in there, but they
It
have
seems
a
good,
burger.
though. It seems
Yeah.
good.
They've also
trying
got
But the way they cook it,
Yeah, well, believe it or not, McDonald's has one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's I think it's Fish and Turf or Surf and Turf, something like that. It's a chicken patty with a fish fillet.
Oh,
Huh.
Yeah, but you can even get something at Burger King. I know they got something at Dairy Queen. But almost any of your fast food restaurants, go do a search on YouTube for hidden menu items. And there's a video out there, and the guy will tell you all the different ones that are out there.
the T-Rex one from Wendy's. Come on, Mater.
you know what I want?
Healthy. He's not suggesting something healthy, guys.
I want one hamburger or meal or whatever from one of these fast food joints. Any one of them. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, don't matter. I want one hamburger that actually looks like the one they take a picture of.
Good luck on that.
I'll tell you what.
You would never get that burger.
No,
I know. I'm just saying. I love one that actually looked at. I mean, I walked in. I had one bad experience at our Five Guys. I walked in there like I cannot stand mayonnaise on a hamburger. It makes me sick, and just to look at it. I went to Five Guys, told her what I want, put no condiments on it. Well, you got to have condiments. I'll put my own on it. I don't want condiments. And you got to have something. I looked at her, the woman. I said to the girl, she's like 16, 17, I'm guessing. Are you eating it? No, you're buying it. Okay, so make it the way I want. And in the back, so she gave me the hamburger, and she cooked it. They cooked it. She went over and they put mayonnaise and ketchup on it. And as soon as I unwrapped it out in the parking lot, I could smell it. And it even said on the receipt, no condiments. I went out in the parking lot, opened it up, had on it. I didn't even bite into it. Walked right back in there and said, you put ketchup and mayonnaise. Well, I thought you were joking. It says right on the receipt, no condiments. And this girl said, "What's condiments?"
Really?
I'll tell you what, Mr.
Yeah,
Bird.
and they want $15 an hour.
If you go to Okinawa, Japan, and you go to one of the McDonald's over there, if your hamburger does not come out looking like the picture, I will pay for your ticket and all expenses for your vacation being over there. They come out picture perfect in Okinawa, Japan, looking identical to the menus.
Wow.
Well, you know one that does look exactly like the menu? White Castle.
What's that?
White Castle. They look pretty much.
We got a White Castle.
They look
50
pretty
miles
much just like the menu.
Yeah.
We like
Not
Christmas
much
here.
wrong
We don't like
there.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I need to go eat.
All right. See you, Adam.
I need to eat before I pass on.
Yeah.
No, I will
Take
tell
care,
you
buddy.
a good fast food restaurant that has a decent hamburger. If you can find one near you, an A&W.
Yeah.
I got one. Cortland, New York.
Yep.
We've actually got the A&W. It's A&W / Long John Silver.
See, we don't have any near us. And I've been to that one in Portland, Mr. Briggs.
Same place.
Yeah, the closest one to me now is Redlands. On your way to Big Bear.
Yeah, we have a Frosties in Baton Rouge. They have a Frosties. One of them A&W places like y'all talking about. Right downtown. Let's see. I think 2 blocks from the river, the Mississippi River Levee Road. 2 blocks. They have the A&W.
What's up, Brandon?
Restaurant.
Yeah, they used to be. They went from being restaurants to being inside of gas stations around here, and then they just kind of went away.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
well,
we
A&W
do-
up
we
there.
do-
Where I'm at, they still do it.
We do have a Sonic. It's about 8 miles away from me, but we do have a
Oh,
Sonic.
I got a Sonic that's about 4 blocks away.
I remember Sonic when they used to actually make a great big burger. I mean, the thing was as big around as my face.
Yep.
I remember going in New Mexico in Truth or Consequences, where my grandmother lived. That was the first time I ever went to a Sonic, and that was back when I was a kid, and that was when they had the great big hamburger. I mean, the things were huge.
Yeah.
Do you
Hey,
guys
Brian,
have cookouts near
hey.
you?
Do what, Eleanor?
Do you have a restaurant called Cookout near you guys?
Never
Here,
heard of
yes. Here, yes. I haven't went to it, but they say it's very good.
Cookout is it? Yeah, I think it's like a southeastern style restaurant. It's all the same type of stuff, fast food, but they've got like 70 different flavor of milkshakes.
Wow. Oh, wow.
It's pretty good. I usually
And they
get their
do hot
big double
dogs also.
cheeseburger when I go there.
You know what?
We had a pretty good fast food place right here called Backyard Burgers for a while, but I think they went out of business too. But they were pretty good.
I want to go to a Buc-ee's. I've never been to a Buc-ee's before.
Oh, Buc-ee's, we opened up about 20 minutes from here in Leeds, Alabama, right next to Talladega. Real close.
Now you're talking about the Buc-ee's as far as the gas
Brisket.
station?
Yeah,
the
brisket,
gas
the brisket
station at the
sandwich.
big store and all that.
Hey, I've got one that's about 5-6 minutes away from me. They opened up last year, and yeah, I mean, Crystal. I mean, she'd never heard of a Bucky's until never seen one until the first time she come down here, and she's coming down. There's one up in Denton. Okay,
Mhm.
she went by it, and she's going, "Damn, that's big."
Yeah.
And I know
that brisket sandwich
Tennessee.
is good. Their club sandwiches is good as well.
Yeah. Now we did get when we went down for the DOH rally. Okay, we did stop and get one of those brisket sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
and up like this for $5.99. It's good, but there ain't enough there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but for on the road food, man, you're not gonna find something you can stop at depending on it tasting that good. But I tell you what, if you didn't like that, the next time you're there, get that club sandwich. That club will knock
Yep.
you off the spot.
I mean, I like
I like the
Bucky's.
club sandwich better than the
Uh,
brisket.
hey, I'll put like this. Uh,
And
the
they got
one
a Reuben. They got a Reuben. It's an off the wall
right
Reuben. It's not a normal
now,
Reuben sandwich.
like I said, now their bathrooms are huge. Yeah, they got huge bathrooms. Okay, they got a
Mm.
huge soda fountain selection. They
Wow.
got several different places to
Soda
get coffee.
fountain. Whoa.
Hey, one up like this. There
Yeah.
in mine, there's about 5 different spots where you can go and get soda.
Yeah.
How's
This is
that?
Whoa. I
this
haven't
is like
seen
a
that.
retail store. It's a
Yeah,
trip.
this like yeah,
It's not
okay,
like a little convenience store. It's a whole retail store. It's like a big to do. I mean, you can buy
Whoa.
clothes. You can buy, you know,
oh yeah, you can buy clothes and tell you how big it is. The one down in Temple, close to where Brandon's at, they've got 100 gas pumps.
yeah. I think the one out
Okay,
here though is
Holy
Lee.
crap.
It's
right
got about
now
60, and
they've got
truck
one.
with liquid bubbles. Yeah.
Right, but now they do have one that's south of here that we actually stopped off at. I think they've got 80 gas pumps. And
Mm-hmm.
when Chris and I were coming back from the DOH rally, every single pump was filled, and there was at least 2 or 3 cars waiting in line to get in at
Yeah.
each pump.
Man.
They got some good food. They sell good fudge too, like chocolate fudge. Man, they got some all kinds of stuff in there, and it's all quality stuff. I mean, it's like,
Oh yeah,
and they cook that brisket on site. I mean, it's
oh yeah. And the thing about it is, when they're going out the smoker, the guy will sit there and yell. He's got the overalls and everything on, and he'll go, "Fresh meat on the slab."
Yeah, that comes about every 5 minutes too. About
Yep.
every 5 minutes.
Crap, I was muted. I just put a link in.
Mm-hmm.
Now that burger, y'all right click on it, open a new tab, watch it later or whatever you want to do. But that link I just put in under Bootluket.
Yeah, I think.
Around here, that's the best burger joint you ever want to go. Money and his wife went there. They loved it. Hey, they came down here, and the next day, Missy was going to go breakfast, around 11 o'clock, like a brunch.
Right.
Breakfast, lunch. And he said, no. Well, they did eat a bowl of the leftover roast, chuck roast, rice and gravy and all that we had cooked the night before. But he says, no, we don't want breakfast. We're just going to eat a little bowl of that leftovers from last night. And actually, there went the whole pot.
Right.
Okay. From that night and then the next day, there went that whole pot. 8-pound roast, 9-pound roast. Anyway, Money said, I want to go to that place you're talking about, the best kept secret in town. That's the video of it that I had made that he saw. And I said, now that's not in town, that's in Bill Platte. That's about a 25-minute drive. He says, I don't care. I'm like, okay, so let's go. So we all loaded up in my Jeep and we went over there, and it was exactly like he thought it was going to be. He said, man, that's one of the best hamburgers I ever ate in my life right there.
Okay, you just said it, that it was a joint. If you go to an independent restaurant, usually the food is better.
Yeah.
So
Now
Like
this is
mom
a
and pop
little,
ones.
this is a little bitty mom and pop place. It's a
yes.
drive up. Okay,
Yep.
you
Mhm.
drive up in your car, you get out, you're going to need the canopy. They slide the door open. You know, may I take your order? You know, and boom, you tell them what you want, and
Yeah.
you go sit down underneath the shade on the picnic tables. They have a couple of lean-tos,
Yeah.
lean-tos off of it, and they holler your name out. Hey Boudreaux or whatever, and if you go and then you pay for it. Get it?
Yep.
You can eat it there or eat it when you get home.
Yep.
But
Now
Yeah.
there's a place that I'm wanting to take Crystal to. I was going to take her on the trip that we'd planned on going to Fredericksburg. There's a little place called oh Alamo Springs Cafe, and it's actually in little thing called it's actually called Alamo Springs, but they have got some good burgers. And here in Texas, every now and then, about once a year, they come out with a list of the best burger joints and burgers in the entire state. And for one
Mm-hmm.
particular year,
Mm-hmm.
his burger was rated #1.
We
And
got
I ate there, and I'm wanting to take Crystal there, but that's about a 4-hour drive. But now I
Yeah.
do know that next month, our the ministry, the church, and everything, we're actually taking about an hour and a half ride out to a place called Glen Heights, or not Glen, but Glen Rose. Okay, and this I think this is the 35th year for them to have the play, The Promise, and it's about the life of Christ and everything, about the promise that was given to us
Oh
from God.
my, here it
Okay,
goes.
yep. But there's a place out there
Hey,
that
it's
I
still
guarantee we're going for a burger,
it's
and
still
their burger.
steamy.
That's
Hey,
a cheeseburger. Is that a cheeseburger filet?
Yeah,
hey,
it's still
hey, Bob.
steamy.
Hey,
You
their
see the
their
steam
burgers are
coming
like
off.
this big around, and we had one of the guys, and this is a big guy. Crystal know
Oh,
who
that's a patty
Little
melt.
Wings is.
That's a patty melt cheeseburger. I like that.
Make him big,
No, no,
baby.
it's
Make
not.
him big.
It's not a patty melt. No,
But
it's not
it's toasted.
made. It's not made like a Waffle House. The bread was toasted before it was put on. Oh, wait a
Okay,
minute.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So it's a toasted burger. Yeah. With good
It's
old
got
tomato. I see what
toast,
you're saying.
toast bread, and she put the cheese on it while the meat was still cooking.
we
Cool.
got
Hey, Cajun.
No, no, that's
Hey,
the way. That's
yeah.
how
Hey,
it
can I come stay with you for the night? I want
we
to eat
got
some food.
we got a restaurant here that's been here since the 40s.
Those are good.
It's called Rutford's, and they
Casey
have
knows
got
how to cook.
the
His wife does.
best chicken fried steak in town, and it's made the same way they've been making it since the 40s. You
Chicken
know,
fried steak.
yep, the breading
Yeah.
just
Oh,
falls off. I mean, it's cooked in lard. It's fried in
Uh-uh.
lard.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe you
just,
got a 10-minute warning coming up, buddy.
just like my mom used to make, and every time I get a hankering for chicken fried steak, man, I got to rush up there and get me one.
Hey, Brian,
got
if you
a-
ever get here to Texas, you got to come over to Bucky's and definitely try one of their
Eleanor, I'll tell you about which is
Oh, I'm
better.
definitely going to. I
on
might be out there the
about
1st of
the same,
October.
depends how you cook them. I
I
like a
might be
good
out there
fried
the 1st of
burger.
October, so.
There's
Much like
a
a good
diner up in near where I work that's got a place. It's called the Mash Seconds Omelet, and they take all the hamburgers that they did grill and all the leftover steaks that was on the grill. At the end of the day, they grind it all up, make it like a hash, and then make omelets out of it.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'll tell you what, that's some good. You don't know what you're getting. It could be steak, it could be hamburger, there could be a pork chop in there. It's
That
that's why they
sounds
call
good.
it they had to change the name. It used to be called the Sloppy Second Omelet, and people took offense to it, but
Oh, that'd be
they
fine
called
with
it
me.
Sloppy Seconds because you didn't know what you were getting. You know,
That's right. Hey, that reminds me of old time beer joint run. That's all I'm saying. You never know at 2 o'clock in the morning what you get tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you I
Like,
got thrown out of a restaurant last weekend?
Hmm.
I walked in when
Oh,
I was up. I went to dinner. I actually went out and had liver and onions. But the first restaurant I went to get
Oh.
my dinner, I walk in. They asked for my ID card, and I said, can I see yours? Well, I work here. Well, I got to show you mine to come in. So can I see yours? And I need to see. And I asked I want to see the cook and the waitress and all that. And they said we don't have to provide to you. So why should I have to provide it to you?
Your vaccination card.
What's that?
What the E card? Does that mean the vaccination card? Is that what you're?
Yeah, that's why I said B card.
Oh, B card. I
Oh,
thought
now
you
you
said
said
E
ID
card. I
card.
thought you said E card. Yeah.
me too.
I
I
was
thought
trying
it
not to say that on the live stream, or the C word, That's why I said B card.
Well, hey, that's right. If they got to see yours, you should be able to see theirs. I guess.
Yeah, they
Hey.
said and they got and why I was asking, they called the cops on me, and the cops said they want to trespass you.
Okay.
Hey, I'll let y'all know that I got word today that here in Ellis County that the mandate for the getting the shot and everything. So the city or the county has said nope, you cannot mandate someone to get the shot at work or anything else or show proof of it.
I saw. I saw on the news today a couple of those like sports facilities like Las Vegas, the Raiders, and all them. They're not letting people in their stadiums to see the football games unless they can show proof of vaccination before you go in.
That's
You
how
know,
all San Diego is right now.
and they've opened up, and the funny thing is they've opened up a vaccination station outside the stadium so people can get vaccinated. But I guess that's all good and well, but to me it seems like a violation of rights. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think. I
But
mean,
unfortunately, it's
I
not.
know it's good, and I've had my shots, but I'm just saying, I don't think you can be ordered to do something.
No, and I agree. I'm not getting it, and nobody's gonna force me to. I will quit my job and I will live in the woods the rest of my life
I mean, you
before I
can't
do that.
order somebody
But
to
the thing
take.
is, with like football stadiums and like stores and stuff around here, those are private entities. They
Mhm.
can say yes, you
Yep,
have to do this before
private,
you
private,
come in.
private ownership can demand that and refuse service if you
Now
don't
I
have.
will just turn away and I'll go someplace else if it
But
comes down to that.
but
Me too,
you can't,
Eleanor. I think the same.
you can't force that on somebody if they don't want to do it. I'm just saying
No.
that it's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. It's just
Well
not.
said, Bob.
Yep.
All right. I think
And to me,
this might be the last advisory. Maybe, I'm not sure. But they knocked it down to a depression, tropical depression, Nicholas, and that's where it's at, and that's the information right there. 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it's not moving. It's
Oh,
nearly stationary.
Yep.
But there's this one down here, okay, moving west, northwest. This one down here that y'all can see, and you'll see where it's headed, huh? Like
Oh, yeah.
straight below Cuba and all, and guess where it's gonna come? Probably Florida, down here somewhere. We
yeah.
have no idea yet, but
We don't know.
if that thing right there, I thought it would be a depression today
That's a lot of
or
days
storm.
out.
Tomorrow, that thing's gonna turn into a storm, or when
That's
it
a lot of
gets,
Looks like
days
a
out.
kidney. It looks like a kidney bean.
it
Like Crystal.
does, it does. Yeah, this one down here. Well, this one looks like
Bye,
a kidney bean.
Crystalline. Crystal.
That one looks like a kidney bean.
Nice
That
meeting you.
I
all right,
could.
Cajun, you got just over 1 minute.
Well, how come you didn't give me notice earlier?
I did. I've had it on the screen. Your 5 minute warning.
Yeah, no, you usually
Yes.
give me a 30-minute warning.
Hey, Crystal's the one that came up with the 10 minutes. I put
Well,
hers on there
hey.
saying 10 minutes. That
Okay,
put on there 5 minutes.
I'm changing the rules of the game. 15-minute warning, Miss Crystal. I'm changing the rules halfway the game. Okay,
Bye,
Miss Crystal?
Not on my
Hey, it's not
stream.
your channel. How can you make the rules?
No, I'm changing the rules.
Yeah, but you can't make rules on someone else's stream.
Well, I'm trying to. Then I won't go live. Oh well. Okay.
Hey, I know. I could just leave the studio unless y'all be talking. I can go inside. Y'all just keep it going.
Can't just go live.
Hey,
All
like I
right.
said,
Hey, tell Crystal. Now she's listening. Miss Crystal, give me 15 minutes to set up my stream.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, not 5, 15. Because you want to
15.
eat the burger. You want to eat the burger.
Give me 15 minutes. No, it takes almost 10 minutes to set up a stream on my channel.
Yeah, you gotta play with it.
I have a lot of stuff to go through because I'm monetized and all that.
it don't take
Okay.
me that long.
No me lo creo.
No, because you're not monetized. All you do is just pop up and that's it. Boom. I gotta go through.
I do. Hey, I will go
Count the
through. I get on
money,
StreamYard. I'll get it all set up.
Now, when you pop up a live stream, you got to demonetize because live streams don't count on monetization. He's got to go through it and he's got to demonetize.
I gotta set up the stream, monetization, the actual YouTube part of it, with the
you got to
description.
demonetize stuff or they'll ban him from doing it. All that kind of stuff. He does have
Do it, Shaggy. Do it. Be proud of your work. And
See,
your
live
stuff.
streams don't count on monetization, so you have to demonetize when you're going on a live stream. When you're doing a live stream, if you're getting money from YouTube already, you have to demonetize yourself when you're doing a live stream. Is that right, Cajun? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have to put stuff in my description box. That was written by a lawyer. I have to put that in there.
Mouth exercise with a burger.
For YouTube policies and
No,
all that stuff.
you just gotta hit that demonetize button.
Hey, Cajun wants the money. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't work my butt off to get monetized for nothing. Okay.
Okay. Hey, I don't blame you, buddy. We love you.
Briggs, you could be a rapper. Did you knew that?
Rap.
You
What? Boom Sakamagoo. Rid the world of rap crap.
That was good. I like that one.
Okay, so if
Hey,
we
Shaggy, you'll have to email me those pictures.
Yeah, well, I was doing.
I
I was
have
doing-
my cousin, and yes, and I don't know if Maynard's heard it, but I've been on Ed Polar Bear Ed stream and that. And my mother has come right up on the stream and said, yes, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Aaron Presley, is my third cousin. And I would disgrace his name, even though he was a nut job, and sing rap crap. Because rap is crap. Rap
Yep.
crap.
Oh,
Well, I like
agree on
rap,
that. I can't
but
stand
not the
rap.
language,
that's true.
if you know what I mean.
I'm out of rap. I'd rather listen to Maynard sing Home on the Range with a baseball hat on sideways, singing and pretending he was Cheech and Chong.
Uh-oh. I want to see that too. Can we get that, Mater? Can we get that going?
I'm trying to remember if I got a baseball hat or not.
Well, forget the baseball hat. We can go without the baseball.
Well,
I can get my Renaissance hat.
let me ask a question.
There you go.
since
There you go,
we're-
Mayor. Get a Renaissance hat and sing Home on the Range redneck style.
I thought you said you want me to do it Cheech and Chong style.
Yeah.
No, I said I dress like Cheech and Chong. You got your do-rag. Put your do-rag. I'm going to go, oh, yeah. Oh, Home on the Range. Oh,
And,
yeah.
then, at the very end of it, go, ain't that a peach?
No, it's home on the range where the Cheech and Chong puff pass goes.
Well, let me ask a question since we have a few minutes.
Hang on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, love
Oh,
it.
give me a home with a Buffalo Road.
There you go.
Oh, Chef likes big butts.
That's all you get out of me.
Well, besides the of the comments of Chef, I don't know if you want to jump on. You got to ask Mater, Shaggy, if you want
All
to
right,
jump.
Cajun. I'll see
Oh
you guys
boy,
later.
I'm
The
out
Cajun
here
better
getting
get
up
back
there.
on
I'll soon get off.
All right, Brian,
Take care.
appreciate you being here.
All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, God bless and have a good evening.
Nice
You
meeting
too.
you, Adriel, Bob,
Yeah, you too, one.
Mr. Briggs. Well, I don't know if you're going to go out now, but Eleanor, I think he says something. But I want to ask something to Mater and Eleanor. Uh, prices of motorcycles have increased drastically where you are at. Okay, let me rephrase the question.
As
Do
far
you
you
know the
talking about as far as
market?
what? New ones or used?
Like, let's say a VTX, Honda VTX, 1300,
Well, to
1300.
me, for me, I only deal with Harleys. So if it's a crotch rocket, I'm not paying attention to it.
Okay, how much Harleys are going for?
Now
You can
that's going to depend upon which model. You can start off
example
now. If you start off with
a
like
Road King,
your
15-year-old Road King.
15-year-old Road King, so we're talking 2006. Um, Actually, I got a place down here by me. They've got a 2008. It's a electric glide, and they're wanting like 9 grand for it, but it's got like 5,600 miles on it.
Yeah, I'm not an electric guy, but that's a good
I
one.
mean,
But
it's still one of
no,
your touring bikes. A Road King. I mean, something like that. You're still looking. I'd say 7, 8 grand.
Well,
okay.
Now I
the
missed out
VTX,
on
what
one.
year is it?
The VTX, there's a couple of years, but at least 2007, because I know that I think by that year they were fuel injected, not carbureted.
Okay, so
How much?
What's up, Anthony Robles?
the Honda VTX it's more of a cruising style bike, Mater, similar to a Harley, if you can fathom to say that. You're for like a 2009 ish. You're looking at about anywhere from 4,500 to 6,500 in my area, depending on the miles, what people have done to it, not done to it. When people
Are you
start
seeing
swapping stuff
something
out,
on?
they think it's worth more, but it's actually worth less.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's a ballpark figure.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Eleanor. No, because those bikes were like 3 grand, but they have discovered, something they put on YouTube and everyone wants it, or they announce some treasure and everybody go nuts and the price is sky high. But I know for the situation that we are right now, everything is sky high. So I'm
Yeah.
waiting on it. But Eleanor, that's a good price because you are from North Carolina, right?
Yes.
I have noticed that in North Carolina, also where is Mater in Texas, the cars and motorcycles, especially, are going for very good price and a great price if you look for it. So
Oh,
thank you.
trucks are even worse.
Yeah, or pickups. I know the pickups in Texas you can get it cheaper. Here where I live is crazy, man. In
yeah.
Clarksville, but
Okay,
everyone in Clarksville buy it off other place. So
I
Oh,
just
I've
put
been to.
the
I know where Clarksville is. My parents used to. They moved from New York to Henry, Tennessee. On matter of fact, I could on Vine Street in Henry, Tennessee, and pickup. I saw pickup prices down there. That was 10 years ago, and they were out of sight. But it was when they were down there. It was funny watching people when it snowed. There was a guy with a 4-wheel drive Toyota pickup truck with a half an inch of snow, couldn't get out of his driveway. And my father went over there and said, and the guy
Hi,
didn't like my
Cajun.
father, and said, "Give me $50 and I'll drive it out of your driveway." And the guys got smart with my father and said, I'll give you $100 if you can get out of my driveway. You can't get in. There's no way.
Yep. Hey, Anthony. Hey, I got the link out there. I need to ask the Magic 8-Ball a question, if you're still there.
Rock on, Anthony. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, but the imports also follow up,
Yep.
Anthony. The imports follow up. We Harley Davidson do. They're a look-alike.
But, right. But now, like I said, the to me, like I said, I'm going to be sticking with my Harleys. Now, I will say that I missed out on getting a chance to buy an 87 Electra Glide at auction this past Saturday. The sale price $1,700, and what they said what the problem was with it, it had a bad starter and a bad carburetor. Well, I called my local Harley shop and told them what I found and everything to try and say, look, I need some information as far as what size engine, this, that, and the other. This is what they're saying is wrong. What would I be, what would I be looking at as far as parts and everything to get it fixed? They said, okay, one thing, 80 model or 87 model, it is going to be electric start, but it's going to be carbureted. It's got the 80 cubic inch the 80 cubic inch Evo motor. And
that's what you wanted, right? The
well,
Evo.
no, he was saying that that Evo motor could actually smoke a twin cam. But he was saying a starter for it. But I, as far as getting a starter and a carburetor for it, I was looking at about $600 through him. Like, so fine, I'm looking, by the time I get the bike, say if I wound up winning and everything, it would have cost me probably around about $2,000 after the bid price, buyer's premium, tax, title, license, all that kind of stuff. Maybe $2,100. So then, say I spent another $600 for a carb and starter. I could have been looking at around $3,000 for the bike. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask Anthony, and I appreciate
Antonio Robles.
I don't think you've ever been in on my live stream before.
No. You're catching me last minute. I'm literally trying to get out of the damn door to get to the shop, but it's okay.
Okay. This is something that I should have asked you last night for the Magic 8-Ball.
All right. 8-Ball.
Have you guys there? Now, here's the question. Is Ed, the old tech guy, smarter than a fifth grader?
Oh. Is Ed in the chat?
I don't know if
I
Ed's
haven't
still in
seen
the
Ed
chat
in a
or
while.
not.
Ed
I'll have to
will
have
be
him
in the
read-
comments. Let's call it.
Smarter than a fifth grader.
Most
My
likely
sources
not.
say no. Is Ed the old tech guy smarter than a fifth grader? Better not tell you now. Is Ed the old tech guy smarter than a fifth grader? Don't count on it. Mary, you got three for three, buddy.
He lost out. He lost out 3 times, didn't he? Ed, the old tech guy. Dang.
Thank you. I thought about that at work. I'm going, damn, I should have asked the Magic 8-Ball. Is Ed smarter than a fifth grader?
He's gonna
Hey,
tell
now
us
you got
if
something. You got one of them all next week, man.
we
That's
can
that.
ride
That's
some
that
more
Magic Cake Ball. If AOC Alexander Cortez is Cheech and Chong's love child.
No.
I don't even know who that is.
No.
Please come up with some good stuff there. That was good.
Oh man.
No, let's not go there. Anthony, how are you, buddy?
Very tired. I got 2 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
Okay.
I basically slept for 9 hours in 3 days.
Damn.
Bye, Shaggy.
All right.
Go on.
All right.
When I work, I work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate that, Anthony.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
it's
no
like
big
I've
deal.
been thinking about that all day. It's like I'm hoping that every single answer comes back. No, no, no.
There you go.
So
Hey, that made your evening, man.
right. So there it is. The Magic 8 Ball has spoken that Ed the Old Tech Guy is not smarter than a 5th grader.
Oh, I'm assuming you're gonna let him know.
Yeah.
Is there a way where you can get that little segment out of the live stream and just send it to him?
I'll text him and say, hey, you need to watch the last few minutes of the live stream. When
Oh
Anthony
yeah, you can timestamp it, right?
Yes.
I can.
If he leaves a comment with the time on it, probably it will work. It will is detailed, like oriented in C.
Yeah.
You will notice.
No, I heard you guys talking about bikes and stuff, and that's more my main thing nowadays.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like, for me, I wound up changing out the front wheel bearings on my wide glide. Okay.
Motorcycles, yeah.
Yep. And I wound up, it's like I talked to my local shop, and he was going to say, like, he told me about $70 just to change out front wheel. Right, and that's for me taking it to him, and then he said the bearings are like $15. So
that's cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
But
wish I
here's
was
the
having
thing.
a quarter.
Is a little bit over an hour away, about an hour and 15 minutes away. Okay. So I'm looking at least 2.5 hours there and back.
Okay.
I'm looking at least an hour and a half for them to get the bike in.
Yeah.
Well, that is if once I get there, then pull it right in, which that's not ever going to happen.
Well, your
All right,
bike's
guys,
going to
I'm
be
headed
in
over to
line
Mater's.
for
Y'all have a good
service.
night. Or to
Right.
Cajun's.
Especially on the Saturday.
Sorry,
You head over there,
you head
Eleanor?
out, Eleanor.
Yeah, I'm heading over to Cajun. I'll see you guys later.
See you later. And thank you for answering my question.
Yep,
Has
not a
Cajun got a
problem.
live stream going?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Cajun's got one.
Well, I'm gonna stay with you later till the end, and then I'll go over there.
Well, I'm fixing to shut this down. So if you want to pop over there, that's fine. You can go.
No, I'm gonna stay with you till you're done, and then we'll go over there together.
All right.
I'll probably hop on. Boo's going to have something going on, right?
And he's already got his going.
Yeah, I'll probably listen to him when I'm on my way to work. But you were talking about getting your wheel bearings done for $70.
It was like $70. Okay.
That's a deal.
So like I said,
Right
for
here,
me,
this is my 2018. The shop was going to charge me $1,500 to $2,000 to just do a handlebar swap.
Those wheel bearings are $70 a deal. If you get it done for that, that's a deal. I wouldn't do it.
And I was like, and I looked, I'm like, are you kidding me? Just to swap bars because there's internal wires and you got to de-pin the connectors and all this. I'm just like, I just got my service manual and I'm just like, I got the whole service manual. I'm just like, I'll just do it myself.
Hey, as long as you feed those wires back up through the shaft good enough and don't get them pinched and everything, you'll be fine.
Yeah, the hardest part is de-pinning. The hardest part is de-pinning the ones, and all I got to do is make sure the handlebars I get have the knots for the throttle to go in place. Because mine's still a cable. It's still a cable. It's not a sensor.
Just do it. Just take your time.
Do it yourself.
Take your time with it, and you can get it done.
Yeah, I was just like, I was appalled by that price for a handlebar swap. I was like,
that's what they charge. That's what they charge.
Anthony, you should have answer like, will you go to my home and pick it up with a helicopter on it and go fly to Washington?
But then I also found out like they try to upsell you on the 2018 models with you need cable extensions, and I did a lot of research to find out what height bar I can go or riser I can go with, and not extend my cables.
Right. But Anthony, what I'm saying though is I wound up going because, like I said, I was looking, 4 to 5 hours of a day for me, out of my time to be able to go down there, wait for them to do it. $70.
Oh yeah. I got
like
you. You were spending more time in transit than anything.
Right.
My dealership's like 20 minutes away.
Right. But for me, I wound up spending the money. I wound up going through eBay. And I think it was like about $18 to have the set of all balls bearings sent to me. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then for about $70, I wound up buying the an actual bearing removal and installer tool.
Okay.
And okay, so I've got about, I think I had about 70, maybe $80 all together for everything. Okay, and total time for me to do it was just a little bit over an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank God you weren't doing the rear tire.
Yeah, the rear tire would be a lot more difficult because you got the belt and everything. You got to also make sure you got the thing tracked correctly.
Well, now you got the tools.
Where
Now
you
you
run
got
into the biggest problem is stacking the
you
tire.
got the tools later. You can do that job for somebody else, and they'll pay for that tool that you just done.
Yeah, well, like I said, right now the pulley that's on my Tri-Glide, now that right there, that dealership, they're actually pushing to get the warranty to pay for it. That way, I don't pay for a thing. And like I said, and they've already picked it up for free, and they've already said they're going to deliver it to me for free. They're getting
they're going to
warranty
drop the bike off for free? Nice.
Yeah, they're going to bring it back to me for free.
Yeah, nice.
And they're over an hour away.
Yeah. The only I got my extended warranty on my bike, and I have not done anything mechanical except cosmetic stuff because I'm keeping my warranty because I keep up to date on the recalls with the Milwaukee 8 right now.
Right. Well, see, on my Tri-Glide, when I bought it, it came with that warranty.
Nice.
Okay. It came with a 2-year warranty for the drivetrain, 0 deductible, and then I've got a 3-year warranty for tires and rims at a $50 deductible. So
tires
go down,
that's something very similar.
Right. So say I go down the road. Right, but say I go down the road, hit a pothole that I don't see in time, and blows out the front tire and destroys the rim. Okay.
Let me tell you what happens.
I get a new rim and tire.
Mater, let me tell you what happens when you try to claim that warranty on the tires and rims. When you hit a pothole, they're going to say it's operator error, and they will not warranty it with a faulty.
Nope, it's covered. They said
I could see them trying to bullshit their way around that.
You play hell getting it. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. Just trust me.
Well, all I know is that, like I said, the problem I had with the Tri-Glide was that gear pulley, and that's the one the belt rides on. That thing was sitting there, rocking back and forth about 3/16.
We're going to claim that the road was soft because it had a hole in the road.
It was sitting there. You can see it was doing this to them.
That's their problem.
All right.
Okay. Bob, hang on. Now,
that sounds like a good dealer.
Yeah. Now, they came picked it up, and they already said before they even picked it up that warranty will not cover that part because it's a wearable item. Okay. What they're trying to do is they're trying to push that one of the bearings in the housing went bad, and that's what made that pulley give out. So they're trying to work around it, and like I said, that's what they're trying to get pushed. And this is not a Harley dealership either.
Oh, it's a private dealership?
Right, but they sell Harleys mainly, but they do sell all other brands of motorcycles.
It's more like a mom and pop shop.
Yeah. All right, over here, West, we got tons of stuff over here in the Bay Area.
Hey, when they got over 200 bikes in there, that's not really a mom and pop style. And they do in-house. Okay. They got financing that they go outside. And they got me at 4.99% interest.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah. And they actually told me that they've actually had people come in there with a higher credit score and still have to pay a higher interest rate. They were surprised, and I'll put it like this. I got it with 0 down.
Nice.
0 down.
I can't say I did that on my bike.
You must have a good credit rating if you got it with 0 down.
They checked. TransUnion was showing 720.
I'm just saying. Kudos to you for having a good credit rate and take care of your credit, because that's good.
Oh yeah, I've been working on it. Now it's come down some because of the bike and a couple other things. But
mine's like a zigzag.
It's going back up.
Mine's in the shitter. so I could never get that. But anyway.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta hop out here and get on my way to the shop, man.
I think I'm on.
All right, thanks, Mater.
None of us should jump in. We work for a living.
Yeah. I
Bye, Anthony. I appreciate it.
Anthony, are you going to Cajuns?
Mr. Biggs, Jungle Bob.
One. Nice to meet you guys.
I'll pop in the chat on Boo. On Boo's.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Okay.
See ya.
You still
All
out there,
right.
Mr. Briggs?
Yep. Okay. I need to get this shut down because it's going 11 o'clock. Yeah, I know it's
Where
longer
is
than
it
I
out
was
there?
planning on.
Well, I will.
So many Burger King hamburgers for a challenge. It's not even funny. I don't know if
I'm
you know
shutting
that.
this down. I gotta get inside, get to bed, get some sleep.
Yeah, but
There
let me
you go.
say this. Here we go.
Hey, you gotta
Mr.
make a
Briggs is
Maynard
home with a
burger.
Whopper. He's the home with a Whopper.
When we go have a
Mr.
Maynard burger, or a Maynard Whopper, make your own version of it on the grill.
How many did you end up eating, Mr. Briggs? How many did you eat? How many that day?
What?
How many Burger King hamburgers did you eat that day?
Oh, I ate the full 20, whatever it was, 24 burgers in 24 hours.
Yeah. It was a challenge thing you did. You had to be on Mixed Morris to see about how it was going on, but yeah, he ate all these burgers, man. It was amazing.
I ate them all.
What's nice to you to have me here, Mater. Thank you so much, and I'm so honored to be here. Good job. Sleep tight, and God bless.
All right. God bless.
See you, Juan. Nice to meet you, buddy.
All right, see you, Juan.
Bye, Briggs and Bob. Was a pleasure to meet you both.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
All right, Bob, you want to say your goodbyes then?
I got really goodbyes. I'm gonna go over to Cajun and check him out till my wife tells me I really gotta get off and go to bed. But I got some work to do in the morning, so that guy, I'm gonna stay up about 2 more beers. I want to check out Cajun and Boo.
Well, for me, I've got welding to do tomorrow. I got more metal work. I got to get cut, and I got holes and everything to get drilled, and all kinds of fun stuff with welding. I came home.
Sounds
I
interesting.
tell you, you should have seen me as black and everything I was from all that grinding today.
Sounds interesting. What you got going on anyway? I gotta get up and diagnose what people have left out in my yard this afternoon, this evening. I didn't know that guy. He said he's gonna bring over one hedge trimmer. He bought a new extension pole to put on it, and then while I'm watching him on the camera, he dropped off 3 blowers plus that, and I don't even know what the hell he's got going on. But he's gonna be behind because I got other stuff in front of him in the morning. But I'm gonna go over and check out Cajun. But Mater, man, I love you, buddy, and pleasure being on your channel tonight.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you being here. You're always welcome.
My pleasure.
All right.
Let's go check out Cajun, man.
All right. Go say hi to Cajun.
Are you gonna come over there for a little bit?
I'll probably pop into chat. That's about it because, like I said, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I've been needing it. It's going to take me a little while just to even wind down and get some sleep.
Tell Crystal good night, and I'll see y'all on the next.
All right. You take it easy. I appreciate you being here.
All right, bye.
All right. Those that are still here, I appreciate, everybody's been here in the panel and everything. It's been fun and interesting night. All I can say is God bless and have a good night and the rest of the week. Until then, take care.